Hello.
Oh, so that isn't reserved for preserved
No.
for posterity then.
No, that one's not. Unfortunately, it's a good thing we didn't say anything.
This is like the
dodgy.
time when we were very good, shall we say? Good-ish. Good adjacent.
Very.
But anyway,
adjacent.
tonight, apologies for the delay, is episode 32 of Dungeons and Dragons. The ending of last session, after acquiring a new member, Vian. Say hello, Vian. It doesn't matter.
Hello.
Anyway.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
she has a fish
Go on, what was that?
Vian has art, is what was being said.
Speaking of, she has official art now. If I
Oh
just
shit,
replace her
yes,
like
you...
that.
Oh, take a token as well now.
Nice. Hang on. Let's make her Jumbo.
Umber.
Wow.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Feel big deer with help, please.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
I like big deer.
There you
She's
go.
very pretty.
Aw, no, that's
Yay for
Big
art.
deer with big
Hell
boobs.
yeah, yay
I was
for
going
art.
to put my head there. There we go.
Hang on, let me-
She
let me
is the
make-
continent now.
Let me make you normal size. There you go. But hello, Celeste. Yes. So this is the art now of Vian official. But yeah, so you acquired yourself.
Officially!
Actually,
Oh, fuck off.
It's water. We're at our end, we're still going strong. So anyway, hello everyone. We're back. Last time we ended up getting a new party member, and we argued. Well, we tried
What
to decide the
happened?
best way to travel.
What
we finally found the best way to travel.
What happened?
We are now traveling.
I said I said that we've got new official art for the new character. The new character's a fish person. Official. Ha fucking fuck you guys.
As you can tell, chaps, my attempt to distract was not very distracting.
No,
the
never
session
is.
the session ended with you guys leaving port with the intention, and I'll just quickly draw a quick line and I'll delete it after. To leave Colossal Taiga here, travel all the way around to here, and then up the mountain to there. Given in your discovery of Vian, there was some interesting occurrences that happened, like magic turning off, and with some assumptions and some know-hows in the right places and some knowledge you've got, you put it down to a certain faction that you've had dealings with and want to go to one of the facilities that you have mapped out, that red cross there. That is the plan. Like I said, it's going to take 4 days of travel to get to the shore where you're going to moor up. And on foot, with no enhancements, it's going to take another 4 days of walking to go up. Is there anything people wish to do during this travel?
I would like a small thing, because I never actually got to dump the dress I got for Persephone off in her room.
Okay.
Which is just going to be like a quickly, like, she's already pre-hung it in Persephone's room at the end of the, like, group meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's just going to kind of, like, drag Persephone to Persephone's room and point at it excitedly. And she's like, sorry it's off the rack, but we were kind of in a hurry and Cass told me to, you know, not really sit around waiting too long. But, I got you this and hopefully we can get you something a bit more tailor-made later. And it is just, like, frills and tulle and bright colors all over.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Well, I saw you getting ready the other morning and you were kind of like wearing, you know, like, she kind of just like motions to the like leathers and traveling clothes that Persephone has on. Just like you were wearing such pretty outfits before, I assumed like you were on a wash day or something. I figured I'd get you an extra one.
This is my everyday attire. It's what I wear and feel comfortable with.
Thank you, Liam, for the resub for the 16 months.
If you're comfortable in that, I thought I'd make sure you had extra clothes just in case.
The thought is very, very, very appreciated. At least I have something to go out in now. If I ever do. Thank you.
She's just gonna kind of like sheepishly walk off, and she's like, "Well, I thought it was okay, whatever."
Oh.
Aww. I know, Boomer, you're planning on slaving away, aren't you? Working and making magic items.
Yeah, carrying on with that.
Like I
Obviously,
said, without pushing it and going into exhaustion, you can squeeze about 10 hours of work a day,
oh yeah.
accounting for sleep and self-maintenance like eating.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, is there anything else people wish to do during this travel, or am I to roll encounters?
Please, can I do something?
No. Anyway. Go on.
Cass would like to find Boomer whilst he's making his stuff.
Mhm.
Can I borrow your bag, please?
Oh my.
Certainly. What do you want to do in there?
I want the books, please.
Yeah, help yourself.
Brilliant. Just before they get into the other room where the other mimic is. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm going to take out some books and do some reading on... I'm looking books specifically on the history of magic use within this area. So, because we were at the Temple to Mistra, weren't we, previously? I want lots of lore and knowledge, and I know we've got most of it, but I just want to find if there's anything specific, really, that I should be looking for.
Okay, make an investigation check as one of the days you set yourself down with all the books that we get, because this is from the laboratory you're on about from Frosselgar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go
Sorry, yeah, I called it the Temple to Mistra. I do apologise.
No, it's fine.
Investigation?
Alright then. Alright.
25.
Hang on, I got a sneeze coming. So just, if I go quiet, you know why. Hang on. Anyway.
That's you.
Thank you.
And Leon.
You don't find too much information that overlaps what you already don't... Oh, fuck me, it's coming again. I'm good. I'm good. Shut the fuck up. You don't find too much to add to the information that you already know. A lot of the books that you haven't already poured through, it's theories and studies on how the weave physically affects the world. Not as in spells physically affecting things, but the weave itself, and how there's theories that elements of the weave, and it's unproven, but this is just a working theory, the elements of the weave are physically apparated in the world and different planes of existence, and if found, you could physically interact with the weave outside of just casting spells. And there's theories of, if such a thing is to be right, the application of could be tremendous. The way it could, being able to take from the weave with spells is one thing, but being able to take directly from the weave that's in your hand could enhance spells to unknown degrees. If it's real. Basically, it's the weave steroid.
Okay. That's not frightening at all.
Yeah, turning simple spells like Healing Word into things that are better than heal. And you're using such a minute spell slot for it. Or not at all. Also, destructive power. Turning firebolts into meteors the size of cities, potentially. like I said, it's a
I
lot
just
of
know
it.
what to do with this book.
Yeah, a lot of it's work in theory, and it's studies, and some of these studies go back hundreds of years. Like, this is something that's clearly been pondered upon and theorized by, and you can tell it's different people, like old wizards that have come and gone. And this is things like people have like, well, if assuming this person's true, then they'll add to it by like, their bit. Like it's all theories, but none of it's proven. There's no.
Okay, so it's
we
not a
have found.
how-to guide.
No.
That's all I mean
This
to
is
say.
just if such a thing existed, if we could find it, this could very well be the application we could use for it. It could do this, but there's no documentation of we have found it. It is here. Do this to activate. This is all. Such a thing must exist, and if it is,
This could explain though why they kept on coming here and doing like their unusual testing. You know, where they would. The reason why they're hated here. Fascinating. Then the rest of the time, I'm just going to hang out with the others, go and sit with each individual person. You know, spend some time with Evan and Greytail and find out what else things they do in their spare time, because I don't really know.
and
I'm guessing
in their spare time, they do Greytail.
Yeah, thank you.
Push-ups, sit-ups,
Training.
eat.
I take it
Self-maintenance.
climb the mast of the ship as well.
No, I spend most of my time below decks. I don't really want to fall off.
Or sea spray.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot. You don't like water, do you?
I don't like being wet. Water's fine.
Wow.
Evan?
Training the same.
Yeah, but I'd imagine yours is less physical martial training, but more application and training with weaponry and probably different situations.
Yeah, well, it'd be a case of we probably have a few sparring matches at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beat the eveling crap out of one another. Sometimes I use weapons. Sometimes I try, in stupidity, to try and take Greytail on with no
Just
weapon.
your fists.
Yeah.
You fool.
It's more of just learning different fighting styles from you and like,
Yeah.
I probably won't win
And
this
I'm-
far, but at least I can learn the methods.
I am proficient in weapons, so if there's like training, like we wouldn't have training swords, would we?
No, but we could probably get like something like
Yeah.
short swords or something probably.
Yeah.
I think that's something that you're allowed monk-wise.
I'm allowed weapons. Yeah, I'm proficient with monk weapons, but I don't know what they are.
He can use them, but they're not as
Anything-
devastating as a slap.
Anything simple, any simple weapons, I think count as a.
Monk.
So yeah, basically we just get clubs. Screamer sticks. Have you heard of that? Basically it's like basically just two sticks, and you just start fighting. Try and club one
Well, I've
another.
got my staff that detaches into clubs.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
would probably
I
be
just
it.
have it.
That is literally perfect, yeah.
Yep. So just use that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Travel is good. The weather is fair, and even when it's not,
Back in a moment.
because Derek is a being in his own right, he's able to navigate and control himself far more better, considering he's feeling and reacting as such, compared to you guys reacting delayed, like to like weather conditions and stuff. So a lot of aside from like severe weather, even in like rough waters and stuff, Derek's able to make fair headway and be fairly proficient in what he does.
At some point, can I just stick my head into the room with the other two mimics? Check on that.
You certainly may. They yes.
Oh, after.
I was gonna say
I've got something as well.
what you actually notice is there's a small pile of wood in the center of the room, Grey, and it seems to be that Derek, when he's eating his food, like his daily amount, his 10,000 pound in weight, he's filtering some of it to go to them, and you can see like that they're being rationed by Derek.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
not,
they're all out for food.
It's not ideal, and it's
not what
certainly
they want.
No,
Yeah.
it's not what they want, and it's not gonna make any benefits, but it's gonna prevent them from dying.
Okay.
It's like the difference between eating a nice burger or eating porridge. You know what I mean? Porridge will make you live, but it's by no means gonna make you prosper.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Is that what you were worried about by chance?
That's all I want. Yeah.
Derek seemingly is breaking off bits here and there and feeding them enough to make them live.
He's mama birding it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Vian,
Cool. That's what I was worried about.
I believe you were about to say something?
Vian goes looking for anyone she understands to be a caster and responsible adult of some descript.
Cass.
With that.
So not dear.
Yeah, no, not Dear, not Boomer, not Evan, Cass.
Yeah, considering Cass is the one she knows best, she's probably like, Cass, can I get some water? Kind of out of the blue once her room is ready.
What, normal water or holy water?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I kind of need a lot of it.
Oh, I cast told
I
her.
mean,
No. I don't.
No. Can I ask why?
She drags Cass to her room and points to the big, gigantic, empty, like, aquarium-esque bed frame she has. She's like, well, I don't have a mattress because we were kind of traveling fast. Did they need something to sleep in?
So you brought a tank.
Well, no, it needs water in it. It's just like the bed frame that the boat made me.
But you do realise it won't be held in by anything currently?
I mean, if it's like watertight, it probably is.
It's a bed made of wood.
I don't know how mimic ships work.
Just so I know, you want about it as okay. Just so I can get my around what I am potentially seeing and about to say.
I think
what does this bed frame look like?
I was gonna say, I think you're looking at like, you know, the 4-poster bed with the roof and stuff.
Yeah.
Except it's
and you know what? Hang
box.
on. We're gonna pause a moment because thank you, Mind Players, for the raid. They've just come in with 15 people, and we're gonna explain this from the top because this is special. So, you have dragged Cass into your room because you are in requirement of a large amount of water to fill your bed, because it has no mattress, with water to sleep in like a fish tank. The wooden bed that is okay, but as you were.
It could be like a watertight tub.
But it's got no sides.
Well, no, that was why I said like a box with the top off.
Oh, so you're sleeping in a crate?
Filled with water. Conceptually, that's the plan, yes.
Okay, I don't know if it'll be watertight. I mean, most woods are buoyant in nature, but they're not always watertight. And
well,
wood
I did
can
the best
warp.
with what I had, and I don't want to sleep on the floor.
Oh, I'm sure we can put something together. I mean, there's got to be enough material on the ship to make you some sort of mattress.
It's out of wood. That's all I saw in that one room was like tons and tons of wood, and I didn't really want to question it, but like, it's kind of all I saw.
How the hell did you get into that room, given it
You can't actually get in that room.
I
Sorry.
just want to put, there's no door to that room.
Oh.
She's charmed the mimic ship.
Yeah.
To open it your stomach.
Oh, great mimic ship, could I please just have a peek at your stomach? Pretty please. Certainly,
I assumed
madam.
you guys had like a storage room as just like one of the rooms.
No.
We do, but it doesn't have a door.
Yeah, the problem. Just to remind, the ship has a storeroom.
How do we get it in there then?
It basically
buying wood.
it made a hole for it to be put in and then closed itself off.
Yeah.
Because
Whenever
you
we
guys
get
requested it, so no one accidentally goes in there and gets eaten.
Oh yeah, when I first saw
Who
the
would
original
do that?
blueprints for it, you guys just had like a room off to the side that was just logs.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. But the problem is, it doesn't have a door. the mimic ship, basically, the very front under deck is its mouth, and like that's locked off to everybody. It's then got next to it a room in which you guys have opened up, put wood in for it to live off, and then it's closed off, so you guys don't accidentally go in there. Because that was a request made. Can we like get rid of that door just so no one accidentally goes in there? And basically, it absorbs the wood as and when. The only rooms you've got are...
We all know who it would be that would be going in there by accident, right? We don't need to beat around the bush. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, either way, there wasn't like readily available like build-a-bed supplies, and she's not very handy.
Okay, how much fabric do you have with you currently?
There's a very long amount of time to answer that question.
Yeah.
I'm looking up some. That's
We
6
bought,
pounds.
we specified that we... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. I will
kind of, like,
go. I
opens up
assume...
It's going. Because yeah,
I assume...
So yeah. Well, let's read the description that Ash Vian put. So the layout, when it's ready, has a walk-in closet up to 1 row in tiles, so 3x1 in a 3x3 room. So it's about a 15-foot long, 5-foot deep walk-in wardrobe, and the huge empty bedroom. So assuming that is full to the rafters, I would assume you have pretty good, copious amounts of rather good fabrics. Do you
Well,
know?
she wasn't planning on traveling for that long, so she's only got like a week's worth of clothes in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you poor child.
But
Okay.
a dress is like £1 a piece, depending on the fabric.
Which is your least favourite dress?
She has to make a wisdom saving throw real quick. She doesn't like where this question is going. She kind of just like points out a few. She's like, I just wanted a bed to sleep in.
Okay. I'm going to get the one of the 3 that she's pointed to, and go for the one that's got lots and lots of like petticoats underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tear it. Like full on, like at the waist. Like separating the skirts from the bottom and go, I'm sorry, this is for your own good. And I'm going to fashion her a hammock.
She's crying.
Yeah.
It's going to be the most beautiful hammock that you've ever seen. But
She's like heartbroken at this.
You just
We can
kind
buy
of...
you another dress.
I just imagine you kind of just drop to your knees and like the eyes just go all... Ooh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, we just put it back in general order and a little bit of mending and probably job done, but...
That's not gonna be good enough. At the minute, she's still upset.
Hey, I'm not trying to help, I'm just saying it could be restored.
Yeah, maybe. But
it's
yeah.
only a dress, Deanne. It is only a possession. It's you that holds the power, not your clothes. But now you have the prettiest bed in the entire ship. And she's still crying.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, not as
I
much.
mean,
but, like,
the
kind of.
ironicness is her clothes do give her power. Literally, that's the ironicness.
Yeah, but I didn't kill her, like, super dress.
No.
Cass will kind of comfort her and give her a bit of a hug and kind of, like,
Okay.
brush her hair a bit and be mama. Kind of just like, Shh, it's okay, it's just a dress. Stop
But-
crying now.
but-
Can't
Stop
hurt you.
crying.
But mind breaks aside, and terrible murders of very good fabrics. Days go by, and the weather. Thank you, Joel.
I need to rewind back a bit first.
Okay, sir. What do you need, eh?
Back to the town.
So last
You
session.
know,
So you need to go back to last session.
Yes, I did say. That wasn't
you?
finished. Yeah.
But we finished the session with you guys leaving town.
No, we didn't. We finished
No,
it
we didn't.
arguing.
We did say this the other day, Danny, we hadn't left town yet.
Okay, so let's quickly rewind.
Dan just wants to TPK us. None of this is irrelevant.
He's got pacing problems at the moment.
Yeah.
Taking too long.
Rose, shut the fuck up. Much love to you, Jill. So yeah, Adam, what is it Boomer would like to quickly accomplish in this random time break?
Yeah. So basically, he would have gone back in the morning to inspect the arm again.
Mm-hmm.
He would have basically, because obviously since I can't take it off, he would have draw like schematics, like a plan to probably try and schematics to try and replicate the arm instead.
You probably wouldn't be able to get hands on with it, considering she's in a cell and awake. But make a perception check or a history check, because obviously you did get very handsy with her arm before. See if you can recall details, or you can go and just peer at her through the bars of the cell.
Next dude.
That's a bit creepy, you know.
Yeah,
just as an FYI.
Just stands at the cell door, just like.
That's fully what I'm imagining. This little halfling being a creep.
Yep. I would say you'd probably be able to recall not too much of the craftsmanship, but one of the things that sticks in your mind is a couple of the runes. Not all of them, but you do get some good memory of some of the runes, and you're able to note them down. You're able to protect them and make sure that they're possible to be used. The runes you recognise are the ones that granted lifelike mobility to an inanimate object, which are the ones you inverted to deactivate when you broke the prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
On a person who relies on that to live.
What, the arm?
Yes, it's a fucking arm. But either way.
She can live without an arm.
Wow. Okay.
Before we start alienating disabled people here.
No.
But yeah, just don't steal the arm.
He hasn't yet, although he did try.
Yeah, it's
but
too
no,
heavy to move.
that's your problem. But no, you were able to get the memory of the runes that basically gave life to the arm and made it light and fluid like a normal arm rather than the heavy cast metal it is. You don't have all the runes, you know this. You're more than aware that for something like this you would need the runes in what makes it affixed to where the part of the arm that was left that's hers to where the prosthetic begins.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the medical term because I know it's a real fucking nasty one and I don't like hearing it. Yeah. But, and you also need the runes in which give it some abjuration properties to protect the prosthetic from damaging the real flesh and things as well. But you've essentially got a good third of the runes you would need, so that obviously if any experiments of yours, alchemical or otherwise, went wrong in the future, you could, in theory, craft your own. And depending as well, not necessarily just an arm as well, but in these runes would work for legs, feet, hands, a finger, ears, maybe.
I like the idea of that.
So you could, in theory, replace limbs outside of the means of magical regenerative properties through, I think it is just regeneration, isn't it? The druid spell?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously if that's not available, at least you had to have a means of fixing. But yeah. The travel is
I would have gone to Penelope as well, just to get some supplies.
What is it you're looking for?
Oh. The supplies for my next secret project.
Okay. And
I
what's
think you know which one I'm on about.
Yeah? No?
Without giving it away to anyone.
Just DM me. I don't know. But if it's nothing overly complicated recipe-wise, I will allow you to procure them and I will DM you a cost. Because I know you have the funds.
Yeah.
Secrets.
No, it's boomer secrets.
A danger to
that's
us
it.
all.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wish to do in this time skip?
That's pretty much it.
Gotcha. The travel is mundane. The weather is fair. The wind is billowing on the second and third day. On the fourth day, there is light rain, but it's not torrential, but it's just like you'll have like a small burst of light rain, then it'll stop. It's slightly overcast, but nothing too bad. It's weather is a good way to explain it in a word. If is a word. Cass, make a wisdom save.
And just remember, when you get to 7th level, regenerate is also on the cleric list as well.
Yeah.
I know. Don't worry.
But yeah, you make landfall in the rough vicinity of here, which is where you are aiming to be to go to your lovely, lovely mountain.
I will swap to my ninja outfit. It does nothing, but I just look cool now.
Deanna's gonna cast Disguise Self on herself to make her current dress appear as if it's the dress that Cass destroyed, and just kind of like walk with her nose turned up off, like towards the edge of the boat.
Cass probably noticed this and just kind of like gives her a bit of a, oh, you poor sweet thing. Like, look, proper mummy.
I can't wait for the exposure therapy where you burn all of them.
Stephanie would
Sometimes.
she would look out to sea and wait to the last possible minute before following the group.
Yeah.
Put up and prepared.
You all, with the light rain, cloudy, step off the ship. Is there any instructions for Derek apart, or are you just getting him to wait where he is?
Right, we are getting.
Do you want him to go away from shore and like just linger in the shallows? Do you want him to go down shore?
I believe we were thinking that if he was to go off, just go off the coast just a little bit, like maybe an hour or so off coast or something.
Yeah, about a mile or two out.
Yeah, and if he wants to try and find anything nearby edible.
Yeah.
As well. So if there's anything underwater he wants to grab hold of, or
yeah, to save having to use the stores he's got. If there's anything, stay away from the shoreline by about a mile or two, and and I'd imagine just kind of wait for us.
Yeah, if you can't find anything, go and grab something from the shore if it looks okay.
Can I also tell him if he sees anything, hide as best you can, or just appear like a normal ship? Because a ship floating out in the shallows with nobody on it is really suspicious. So just
it's like when you guys first met him.
Yeah, that's why we said wait about an hour out from land, and
the response will be, "Okay, I will wait nearby. I will keep myself occupied."
I'll send for when you come back.
But I remember now why we wanted sending on your list. Just send a message to Derek, say either head down to.
He can receive it, just not talk back.
Yeah.
I took that spell off.
Well, we have about 4 days for you to get it back, so.
Exactly. I can do. We'll always sleep anyway, and then he can come back. So it don't really matter. It'll be an hour offshore. We can hold up for an hour.
Liam. Great. Great. I wanted to double check. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, he was here. It's just Liam. So
It's Liam. Is Dia still going ahead with the between session discussion of
Yep.
giant elves, long strider, zoom?
Yeah.
zoom zoom.
Okay, because that will obviously remove a lot of the difficulty in climbing, not the steepest mountain, but it is decently steep. It's going to eliminate a lot of that as the incline starts going, and you're going to avoid a lot of potential issues and problems on the way as you create woodland beings, you create giant elves, you cast Long Strider on each of them through the use of a couple of higher level spells as well to get multiple targets and things like this. They all, one each, pick up a party member.
Yeah, I also become a mouse. I instruct him not to eat me though.
I don't think you'll need to with the now Long Strider we know at high level can cast on multiple people. You don't need to do that if you don't want to.
And
It'd only be 6 you'd cover though.
No, because at a second level, you cast it on 2 creatures instead of 1.
I've
Yeah.
only got 3 spell slots, so it'd only cover 6.
so that's
doesn't it?
6.
But then you
and
use your
cast
first
it
level.
then use a first level to get the last one.
Ah, yes.
It's up to you.
Also-
if you want to be a mouse,
I'll do it like that.
Okay. So yeah, 7 giant elves, and the 8th is just there as a spare part because I believe that's the CR requirement and how many they summon. It's the scouts. You can send it ahead, so if it gets shot down, you're fine. But all of you get picked up, and with Long Strider cast, you take off westward as the bird flies, aiming for the pinnacle of the mountain.
I will also say during this time, being kind to my owl, I have swapped out of the heavy armor.
Have you left your heavy armor on the boat then, I assume?
No, it's in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
It's in my bag of holding.
And what are you wearing instead? Or just unarmored?
Unarmored, basically.
Okay.
I don't have a spare set of leather armor. I
Yeah.
thought I probably felt on the first day out. I thought, oh yeah, we're going to be flying. Oh yeah, probably could do with a lighter set of armor.
Dear, roll a d20 for me.
Can I also keep an eye out, please?
You certainly may. Can I have a perception check?
D20.
Yeah, d20.
Fian's just gonna socially Sylvan chat up the owl, even if I can't really talk back. She's just kind of like cooing at it instinctively.
Yeah, dear.
They do understand common if
You
you speak to it.
you put your arms out and kind of like semi-starfish as you're flying, and you scream "wee" for hours as you have the time of your life.
Yay.
If you'd have rolled a 1, I was going to say, no, you're panicking, you don't like this. But no, you're liking this. You're liking this a lot. Cass.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was a low roll.
No, it's still a decent roll, like 14.
For me, I rolled a 3.
But yeah, as you guys all start making your way, it's hard to keep an eye out, which is the reason why your roll isn't as high, because you're constantly being buffeted in the face, and occasionally you're being hit in the face with what you assume is a moth, a fly, or something, as it kind of like splats, like, you know, car windshield on a motorway. It's not pleasant, but yeah, you
When we
keep.
do a stop, can Cass like wrap something around her hair so it doesn't become like, you know, really Bridget Jonesy? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of like put like a fancy head wrap like those ladies from 1950s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Fian's just
Very
gonna constantly cast the gust cantrip to avoid said problem.
You're just going to have a small little draft in front of you, just like, nope.
Sounds easy enough.
I much prefer being in a library.
But yeah,
Or a
you
throne.
all make your
I'd
way.
like to point out Stephanie would not like this.
It's fair.
I don't
But-
think any of us like it.
I'm gonna say I think it's less about preference, it's more about necessity. But you all make your way up. Cass, you keep an eye out as best as you can, and being above the canopy of some of the trees and things, as it's not dense forest, but there's a number of trees. It's more like a slightly packed meadow. You can't really see the ground too well, but what you do see ahead of you is where the trees stop and the large stone natural structure ahead of you begins. As you see, it makes up probably a few thousand feet as it meets into a point at the pinnacle, and you can even see like snow caps on the mountain. It doesn't exactly look like Barbados. It looks quite cold where you're going. And as it slowly gets closer and closer as the day progresses on, you land, recast, refly, 3 times, I believe it is, Liam, total, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
Can I
yeah.
just also, sorry,
Yes.
can I be using the map that we got from Penelope, please, just to kind of help our trajectory a little bit?
That's something I assume that's being done.
Yeah.
I just thought, just in case.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
I appreciate the detail, but I've kind of assumed you're making sure you're not veering off. The animals flying you are of an intelligence high enough that they would understand you, and plus as well, you are aiming for what you assume is somewhere on towards the top of the mountain, so you have got that natural point of interest to aim for as well.
Mhm.
But the day goes, and the day comes to an end. You eventually land after the 3 hours worth of travelling, and you make the rest on foot. If you want to make another perception roll now for anyone who's watching while on foot, because obviously it's different from in the air, I will allow that.
Oh, guys.
And Vianne, as you've been passively chatting up the birds, as it were, literally, fuck me, those perception rolls. You swear, just as that third one that you've been with, that you probably named at some point, you swear he gave you a wink just as he vanished into the Feywilds once again. Like, but maybe that's your imagination. You don't know. But yeah, fuck me. 2 crits and 4 rolls above 20.
I'm so proud.
Bye,
Like,
Flappy.
mine's the
Have I
lowest.
stayed in a few wilds ahead of I mean, what?
I mean, and yet the one that didn't get above
You
20
didn't
is the one
name
with a
it,
plus
but-
11.
Wait, did I catch that? Did I catch? Yeah, I know. I was the only one below a 20. I'm like, shit. Did you
What?
just?
Name your bird
Did I
Flappy.
just catch? No, she
Yeah, name my
said
bird Flappy.
say hi
Hey,
to
bird.
Mutt and then stopped herself. Did I catch that?
What?
You just said, "Good luck in the Feywild." Say hi to Matt and then stopped yourself.
Vian just kind of looks confused. She's like, I don't know, I was just speaking Sylvan. Isn't that like goodbye in Sylvan or something? That's
No,
how we
it's
talk to
not. I
animals.
speak Sylvan. I speak Sylvan. It's one of my many languages. Okay.
That's going on the list.
Yep. So,
You just won D&D.
infecting dead people. Is Mum in Feywild? Because we've never heard of her mother before. Oh, okay. Mummy issues.
Okay.
And another one. Well, I love how this book was originally how to like humanity for dummies, and it's become the conspiracy file.
What you
Yeah, it is literally at this point conspiracies.
and
good.
Cass, being in this mindset and keeping an eye out, you don't see anything out of place, anything like that, any issues. It looks as you would expect for the nature at the base of a mountain. Everyone else who rolled above a 20.
I love this, by the way. I'm so happy.
What, the fact that
Here,
someone
I
else...
just wanna be part of the club.
But what you guys notice is there's some slight inconsistency in
There you go.
parts. Oh, okay. On brand, you notice some inconsistencies. Not like there's any like mutated creatures. There's no like weird runes or anything like that. But ahead of you, you some of you notice that where about part way up the mountain starts, you notice like you see half a tree where it's like sheared off like perfectly, and it just looks odd, like as if you've put 2 pieces of a jigsaw next to each other that shouldn't be, but there, and like it's not lining up properly. And you eventually start to notice as you're getting closer and closer, and by the time it gets to rest, you're almost at the point where this inconsistency is. And I would say right towards the end, Cash, you would eventually notice There's a dome of illusion around this entire mountain, and you kind of, one of you would throw a rock through it, and it would just whoosh, just pass straight through. The rock's gone. At some point, you would even see like an animal, like a bird, fly and appear out of nowhere above you and flying like away. It seems that there is a large illusion cast over the good upper half of this mountain, and on the outside it looks like a normal mountain, but where these inconsistencies happen, you can kind of see that there's a good large, like tens of miles wide dome. You're on the outside of it as you approach up to it, just as it's getting on the verge of, we should stop for the night. Vianne, you still don't notice.
Yeah, she's just kind of following along behind everybody else, like, not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
How far away from it are we?
Probably 50 or so feet.
Do we want to look through it before we set up?
You notice things are passing through it fairly okay. Like, in the wind, you can see like half a tree that's just swaying back and forth through it. You see birds that have come in and out.
Yeah, we don't like camp here and then there'd be a guard post staring at us.
Yeah, but 60 foot away, there's a guard tower staring down at us. And it's like,
Should we send in Persephone? Sneaky time.
I think sneaky too. But
well, you can
go in as well, Greytail. Yeah, you go. Great.
No, Greytail. It's not a competition of who's sneaky.
No, I'm just saying. I am sneaky when we need sneaky.
I'm going to write down insecurities for Greytail.
If you want to go in and sneak, Greytail, it is absolutely fine. But can I come with you?
Also, if there is a problem, I can get back quicker.
Well, that's absolutely fine, but I also want to go in with you because I want to see what's in there.
Vianne leans over to Deer and is like, why are they trying to go through that wall over there?
Pick up stone, throw it through the wall.
And we want to see on the other side, don't we?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm showing to Vianne, who is trying to figure out why we're working out why this is going on.
I still don't think she's going to get it.
Well, you see, Vianne, at the foot of this wall that they're discussing, the wall that isn't there but technically is there apparently, you see like half a tree, like where like it's on the line of the illusion. You can kind of see like, that's weird, that tree's like been cut in half, like lengthways, not even widthways.
An illusion.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I can do that too.
Over an entire mountain range?
How big's the mountain range?
Tens of miles, as the mysterious voice in my head tells me.
Okay, probably not.
Yeah, it's not the entire mountain. It's like it's a good halfway up the mountain, and it's basically like the upper half capped off.
She's just gonna start making herself comfy while they argue.
We're not arguing.
Like,
just talking.
Team sneaky. Go sneak.
Okay.
Not great to party.
Okay.
I can sneak, he says. We can see you, we said.
Not when he goes through the wall, you can't.
Have we not got any kind
sneaky,
is that another thing that, you know, there's no checks we can make that event, like, we know it's an illusion, so it becomes pale to us, like in most other illusions.
Yeah, I think most illusions
we didn't try.
is written when you know they're there.
Yeah, most illusions, once you spot them, you can sort of, they become
you can see through it.
They become translucent.
Actually, yeah,
I mean, that's a small kind of illusion. This is a massive one, tens of miles. It's a bigger power source, so maybe that's why we can't see through it.
Danny was about to fact check then, Rose.
No, he is right, but
I mean, what would be the point in having that then? Because if somebody figured out that it's an illusion because it cuts through half a tree, what's the point in having an illusion of that size?
They're not the smartest people.
we will leave it as it is for now, but allow me to explain. As Greytail and Persephone, you very quietly and very cautiously stealth up the 50 or so feet gap. You stick your heads in, and what you actually see are 4 pillars of light at the pinnacle of the mountain, glowing in a soft amber that go up a few 100 feet and stop. You also see a large, like as if like there's a large spotlight glowing at the top of like a bright white energy in between these pillars. You don't see anything in the immediate vicinity to you. It's all the action, quote mark, is all this extreme light that's being emitted at the top of the mountain.
Okay.
So you see
I'm
four pillars of
I'm
amber
no
light
wizard.
and 1 bright white light.
I'll go to Gretel. Should we go up the mountain a bit more to see what that...
Because you would see
No,
this
I wouldn't.
pretty obviously the second you stick your heads in. It's kind of a beacon.
That's going to be the base that we're going to. So
I know that's a bad idea, but Persephone doesn't. She's quite curious.
no, I wouldn't. Well, quick look around, checking that there's no guards or like a
Perception check.
I'm also looking for like tracks of if there's like a patrol route.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. Oh shit.
Okay. You don't see anything that sticks out to you, Greytail. It looks fairly untouched. The trees are there. There's no guard patrols. You don't see like torchlights or anything. You don't see anything that would constitute as people or tracks. It is getting dull, so it's harder to spot things anyway. Persephone.
Dark vision, but yeah.
Yeah, but it things become monochromatic in dark vision, so even still, it's visible but difficult, if that makes sense. What you actually managed to see is on some of the trees, not near you, but much further up. You're talking like a mile away or something.
What? A mile away?
Yeah. It's not a subtle feature you're about to find. You see some of the trees look almost scorched, but not scorched as in like set on fire, just like charred and like as if like a heavy wind has blown them and they're like got a lean they're leaning away from the top of the mountain, and you can kind of see patches of these trees where they've got this blown look and scorch marks. And these trees are like 50 or so foot tall, which is why they're semi easy to spot, because all the greenery. What, Rose? All the greenery on the leaves is just gone.
Like a boom.
Like a kaboom.
Yeah, but not like the entire area, but just in like patches, like as if something struck a specific area. More concentrate to the further up, and where you are at the minute, the trees around you, right at the very edge of this illusion, they're completely fine.
I would point out this to Greytail. Say, what do you reckon of the mech of that up there? Point out the screen.
You were, after being pointed out, and probably about a minute of like, wait, there, no, there, you know, you'd see it.
If some sort of something blew up, pushed them all over.
Sort of powerful magic, because
I have no idea what spell would do that. Have I seen Fireball yet?
No, but you have seen balls of fire. Like I said, while it looks scorched, it doesn't look like fire's done it, because they're not.
maybe lightning.
Possible.
Maybe. Don't know. Let's go tell the wizards. See if they know.
The wizards are inside the illusion.
I call everyone who can cast magic, I call a wizard.
Not the spellcaster.
But the most important thing is the immediate area on the inside of this illusion looks safe. Doesn't look inhabited by patrols. It doesn't look guarded. It looks like you could, in theory, stay there unnoticed. That's the most important thing and the reason why you stepped inside.
I like the way you said "in theory." So much reassurance.
Yeah, but we're not going to be spied on, which is good, so we can go back and rest.
But yeah, you guys stick your heads back out the other side and inform your compatriots of your discoveries and lack of in certain stances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can we set up camp?
Right. No, go on.
I was going to say set up camp, a few hundred feet away from the boundary, like slightly break line
In a
of
bush
sight.
to
Tree cover.
block line of sight.
Yep.
So, so you repeat that there are tall
We
pillars
described the
with
scene. Yeah.
lights on top.
4
And then
pillars
area.
in a rough square of amber glowing light that go up a few hundred feet, and then like radiating from the center a bright white light that is just permeating.
Okay.
Got no idea if
know
that's
what
what's
colour the
causing
gems
the
are?
illusion.
Sorry.
The
I
I
crystal.
was just saying, yeah.
You know about the crystals that are used for the absorption process? They're like
Yeah.
cloudy white/clear.
When have
So
we
they wouldn't be.
heard of these crystals to do that?
We know they were
Penelope.
buying crystals. Yeah.
Yeah. You know they were buying crystals large and en masse.
Okay, so we do know that.
I think Penelope explained when I was after diamonds, or I've made the natural assumption. I think. I don't think it was. That
It's
she
a
said
tiny bit of a stretch,
specific-
but I'm not going to bonk you with the meta stick, so you're okay.
Yeah, you were trying to buy a thing. She didn't have it because they bought it.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how big are these circles of burned trees, roughly?
Probably 30, 40 feet in diameter each.
Yeah. See, my original thought was that those would be, say, for example, not justifiable, but maybe the reason why magic switched off if we think this is a switch location. However, that just seems like target practice to me now.
You're going to be shooting something.
Was it
Wait, I thought we're not-
randomized or in a pattern? Oh, sorry, Vian.
Oh, I just thought we weren't supposed to talk about the foot fungus while we're not on the boat.
Yeah. Greytail's eyes wide and it's like, do you want to put the what's it down?
Nothing I've said so far is actually bad. But
Now,
we can
however,
talk.
we are
Not-
where we are.
So it would be
Yes.
a good idea to put it up while we're
Vian spitting
Let-
pure factoids.
Thean also
I
doesn't
will-
actually know what's safe and what's not safe to talk about. She's just like, this sounded important, so I figured I'd ask.
That's a good call.
I assume that Cass and Evan are going to share a tent. Can we get everyone in that tent? Is it big enough, or should I just throw it
Yep.
up in?
No, just
I'm a
well,
bit reluctant
you
to
know the
throw up
party.
magic in the middle of nowhere.
well, no, you can cast it like if we've got a tent or anything, we can cast it there and we can just sit around outside because 10-foot cube is still pretty fucking big, and these are meant to
Yeah.
be two-person tents. So
A two-man tent's not that bad.
I'll do it like almost in the door kind of way, so you can't see the magic going up, but then we know that we got enough room for everyone to kind of squish in a little bit.
I'd say that's
Cuddle
possible.
up. Yeah, we're all a bit close to each other, but it's the only way we can do it because it's 10-foot cube. Someone's sitting on someone's lap. Probably
Boomer.
deer.
You know,
Yeah.
Boomer's small. He can sit on my lap.
Probably Boomer considering halfling.
Yeah. Oh.
But
It's wrong how we treat you like a child.
in a quick
I
realization
know.
of perceived possible danger,
Mhm.
are you doing it just inside or just
walk
outside the illusion, just for the sake of?
Outside.
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 We went back the what 50.
But yeah, we went about 200 foot away
Few,
from the
yeah.
the boundary. Like
You
we are a
set
distance away and broken line of sight.
Yeah.
So
the trees do a perfect job of that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna mark that down. I need some more diamond dust.
But a small
What's that?
camp is set up. A area of non-detection is set. You all gather in, and Vianne, as she sits cross-legged, pulls out a small plushy doll from one of her many pockets and purses and plops it on her lap, similar to how Boomer is probably sitting on Grey's lap.
Yeah.
Don't make it weird.
It is weird. I'm just gonna say it. We are all very weird, but isn't that what we like?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But you're all gathered within inside this area of non-detection, which protects from...
Divination.
I nearly said abjuration, but I knew that was wrong, and I was going through the list of the...
Fine.
I would have got there eventually, but yeah, divination.
Divination. Right.
But yeah, you have your camp for the evening ready to go, and this is your final preps, as realistically you will be, if you're aiming for the source of the light, you could be there by late afternoon, early evening tomorrow.
Very nice.
Okay.
Right.
I don't want to spare any spell slots beforehand, so we can't do the flying trick. Unless we do it just before we go in, and we keep the numbers small.
Yeah, flying is not going to be
See-
subtle, so I think we want to sneak up. Element of surprise.
Yeah. Biggest problem is we're not also sneaky, so unless anybody has something that they can use to help us out.
Druid.
Yeah.
I
That
could
was
tell
me.
you guys to
RP.
I could tell you guys to sneak really
That
good.
doesn't work.
Well,
Just kind of
the problem
considering
is,
now.
I don't have
Just
it
hold.
prepared.
You
We're
don't have
going
it
to
prepared.
sleep.
We're literally about to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Sleep
So you
at
don't
all.
pass without trace tomorrow.
Yeah, I was trying to do it in RP so that you that it wasn't meta-y, but it didn't. Come on, dude.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm not wrong though. You know, he knows he didn't have it ready.
You don't have any spell
You can
slots to cast
tomorrow.
anything at the moment, so
True.
So where are you?
second levels.
Yeah, I
Yes.
forgot the alphabet for a
Us.
second. There we go.
What's that deal?
Hey!
Vianne suggests the idea of commanding you all to sneak. That should work, right?
I mean,
I
maybe.
think I'm sneaking.
Yeah,
Walks
we
into
think
tree.
we. Let's say we think we're sneaking. Clank, 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 clank.
This is my point. We have quite a few people, myself included, who aren't sneaky. Well, me and Evan. I think we're the two people that aren't sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody else wears heavy armor.
No, I think everyone else is medium and nothing.
None. Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium club.
Huh?
Medium club, she said.
See, you're saying that, but it seems like you're shaming the two of us for being heavy.
Oh. Terrible. But it doesn't matter.
Yes, I know it is
right?
terrible of
But-
him.
I would like to cast Fast Friends real quick. Kidding.
Okay.
Don't, because you have to specify that you're doing it out of character, or
Kidding.
Danny will make you do it in game. I think we've learnt. Oh, you've already done it. You are doing it.
No, she clicks it to show it, but backs out before she'd even finished clicking by the sounds of it.
Pretty much.
Smart decision.
I was just showing the spell for the sake of please don't hate me.
So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
if we all move en masse until we get to a point where Persephone and Greytail can go up and, because there'll be guards stationed outside or near inside, probably, just because, right, locations, Evan, you'd know more about this being a tactical man, but
Yeah.
they would have something at an entrance, right? Some sort of security or
Yeah.
sure,
Guard
yeah,
points.
guard.
Possibly, that's right. But then again, they do have this pointing towards the big illusion. It's like they do have that up, so they might be a
Yeah.
bit lax at certain parts, thinking that they're pretty safe already. You're not
But
wrong.
I think if we
They will probably have
plan
guards,
for the worst,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then be surprised by stupidity later.
Yeah, exactly. So if we all kind of move en masse, Greytail and Persephone split off from us, sneaky, very sneaky, and
Scouting.
take out whatever
or-
guard force.
Um,
Yeah, like
Scouting and
they barely
staking out.
see happen.
Can everyone
Okay.
make a deck save as my cat just decided to enter the world? He's just climbed up on my desk and yeah.
Uh-oh.
Aha!
The cat killed the cat.
A bug bear.
Curiosity killed the
that-
cat.
Yeah, you just see a giant,
Stupidity killed the cat.
Ju-
Curiosity was framed.
just a giant paw has entered the field of play,
Oh,
and
dear.
he's like now batting things randomly, like
Oh,
my
we got the
webcam.
same, Evan!
Yay, we're equally
Yeah.
dead. We're equally dead. The cat that got a nat 1 still managed to beat the two of us.
Yeah, I'm not built for anything but magic. Which is why I want to stop it. But yeah, I think that'll be the first kind of point of call is get you two to take out whatever guard force is. Then Persephone can search maybe the exterior for a different... that's a better idea, isn't it? If we don't go through the main entrance, we look for a side entrance maybe? Or some window that might be open?
If they have
Something
one,
like
we'll
I
we'll
could just
have a look.
try knocking. They might
No,
recognize...
no.
Kind of gives it away.
Yeah, we're trying to do this guerrilla. You know, guerrilla warfare.
No, she won't. She won't.
What?
Then
Like,
again,
what-
there is the other.
You know what
yeah,
my
there is
mind
the
immediately went to? What, like the
I can
band?
make a gorilla.
No,
Gorilla?
Wait,
What,
do
like
we
the
need
band?
Do we need the gorilla?
no.
Not yet.
I was thinking more.
Oh,
online.
this is gonna be so
the
bad.
other option, if we do get caught, is the Anne can ask very nicely for us to get a tour.
Yeah, it's a worst case
Health
thing.
inspectors.
Yes, we are. We are health inspectors.
Well, if I go
I
up there
mean-
alone and they're not expecting anyone who isn't in the know to show up, like...
Yeah, but if it doesn't work and you die, that's on all of our conscience, and I don't really want that.
Oh, I agree. I don't think I want to die. Never mind, they can do the thing.
No, you don't want to die.
Or-
It's not nice.
No. And we've already learnt our thing of what's the word? Not splitting the party.
Lesson. I believe that's the word.
Didn't you just say that two of us are going to split off and...
We're going to be
Right.
within this. We're going to be able to see. We're not going to be left. Because my other idea was, we split the party. and we have team diplomacy and team sneak, but that never works. It doesn't go down too well when you're in this kind of scenario.
I don't think diplomacy is going to work with these guys.
No.
No.
We tried the whole.
You never know.
Am I right in assuming? Just so I
Diplomacy
get
might
everybody else-
work if you say I surrender. Take me to your leader. We're here to
They
negotiate.
then take all our weapons and armor off us, and if they
Kill
don't,
us.
just kill us outright. Yeah.
Well, that's why you got the team sneak to beat them up.
Yeah, but then team healer and team massive damage will be captured,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be honest.
That's fine.
I mean, technically we'll be alright, but I don't like the idea of all of you guys being killed. So, I just want to get everyone on the same page, because this seems like it's going to be a little bit of a see what happens and make good decisions.
We're going to have to improvise.
Yeah.
That's
Our failing and strong suit at the same time.
Yeah, depends on the roles.
Exactly. So I just want to make sure if we're going to be improvising that we are all on the same page. What do we want to get out of this? And I'll go round and I'll ask each of you individually, what do you want to get out of it? Because I don't want someone sneaking off to go find something, or somebody deciding, oh, that's a pretty flower, let's make it 10 times bigger and killing people. So I'm just going to find out quickly, if that's okay with all of you. What is it we want from here? What is our end goal? Dear?
Ice column.
Not from here.
No, what I think he's saying is if he sees an ice golem or sees something about ice golem, he's going to go rogue.
Yep, I can see that happening.
This is not a time to multi-class, damn it.
No. I like that, Michael. Nice. I
But
want
we're here to.
here.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
Well, we're here to take them out. Stop.
Eradicate and
whatever.
destroy.
Yeah. Well, I don't really kill humanoids. Sorry, Fey folk. So what? We knock them out, and then get an army
You knock
up
them
here.
out
So
and turn away.
they are going to wake up though before any backup comes
This is
to
what I'm
arrest them.
saying. You knock them out and look away.
Okay.
If there's going to be a bad guy.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I suppose I can, but I'd rather not.
We'd rather we all not, but unfortunately in this circumstance, we'll have to deal with it somehow.
I think it's going to be kill or be killed.
Yeah.
As long as it's in defense. If we don't see them, we don't go hunting them out. We just...
I believe that's what eradicate and destroy means.
Yeah.
I'm sorry in this case, but I do feel like it's our only option. Right?
It's going to be It's going to have to be closed out for this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Evan?
You put your left claw in, your left claw
Yes,
out.
yes.
You are the military man of this group. Do you think there's any other option?
I believe in investigation and quiet stealth reconnaissance is the way we should be going here. Eradicate and destroy without A, foreknowledge, and B, significant backup. I think we die quickly.
Do you want to keep it non-lethal?
Can I just do an insight check on Evan for a second?
You certainly may. Michael, do a persuasion just to try and... Like how stern-faced you are?
Poker face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Persuasion?
I'm rolling terrible today.
Or deception if it's applicable. Never mind. Yeah, no. It's
What are you after?
a process.
Cass is trying to find out something because you are saying a very different story to like 2 missions ago and 3 missions ago. This seems like a change. And I don't know if it's attached to where Evan is emotionally or whether this is because of who we're going up against, because of them being spellcasters while you've got a different story. Because I've been echoing what you've said recently. So Cass is a bit like,
Okay.
not like she's angry with her friend, it's just more she's trying to gauge where he's at, like on an emotional level.
Well,
What's going on?
with what you get from his understanding is currently he is very concerned that we have absolutely no knowledge, but the impressive display of magic to cover an entire mountain in an illusion kind of goes to, these people are powerful, and our only defense against them at the moment is that we are a small unknown group. If we just go room to room killing everything, we're going to be we're going to end up eating disintegrates before we get around the third corner. So if we're doing this stealthily, sneaky to try and find out the information, cause a lot of damage on the exits, I've got no problem with. But us going in on full slaughter, all-out combat, we ain't gonna last long.
No.
We came here to try and figure out what the hell they're doing here, right?
Is this being said out
Stop it,
loud?
we
Sorry.
could. I
Okay,
don't know. Is this
if I'm saying it out loud,
I was going to say
We gave
that seemed like it was explaining, and then it kind of went into in-character talk.
yeah, okay. So in character, what in the hells did we actually come to do here?
To get rid of
But
whatever
that's
this.
what Cassie's finding out at the minute now. She's
Yeah,
asking
but-
what intentions
but-
everyone's got.
I would have thought
Yeah,
we
Cass
had
is a plans person, and she's trying to find out what the plan is.
Yeah, we didn't have this sorted 6 days ago when we voted to come here.
Well, we did.
Well, we
It's to
did,
stop
and then we saw-
whatever they're doing here is to stop it. Isn't that the?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
I thought that was, we wanted to knock out one of their sites. That was the plan, and then you've literally just said you saw the big magical thing. We're reevaluating. We're just changing it. So is it still eradicate the location if we can do, or is it now actually? Oh, that seems dangerous. We best not.
Do you want a tactical retreat?
Yeah.
Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm suggesting that if we go in there without any kind of plan or foreknowledge,
Oh, we're screwed.
Most of us aren't coming out of there alive. So an eradicate and destroy isn't going to do much. I was expecting a small facility similar to the.
I was as well.
So,
like I think we all
yeah.
were.
Yeah, the cave and everything, a small facility that links back to a hidden base elsewhere is what I was expecting. Us to smash these smaller locations and distract them from small plans, fine. This looks like it could be their main headquarters on this plane.
Yeah.
So, if we go in there, it's stealth to find out what's going on, find out as much information as we can, maybe make use of our new friend Deanne's talents of making friends to see what we can find out in there, if possible.
She kind of gives a small giggle and claps.
Then we either quietly leave and make it like we were never here and everything's good, or we cause all kinds of trouble and then run like all of the hellhounds in creation are chasing after
Would
us.
you mind, Evan, for a second if I play devil's advocate? Just as a kind of thing. If that's okay.
Certainly.
With magic of this caliber, they're going to have certain abilities that they'll be able to use, correct? The same as we all do. The same as you do.
Uh-huh.
This is a spell unlike what we've ever seen. Like,
Uh-huh.
well, we've seen things similar, but, you know, this isn't what we were expecting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't just a spell just one person cast. I'm presuming this is some large
This is a mass. This is some kind of... I've heard of
Powered
similar
ritual.
ones being done in Multizora previously, like
Yep.
on a large scale. This kind of scale.
Yeah.
So, what's not to say that they've warded the place within an nth degree? If we were to sneak in, we could be setting off alarms all over the place. Correct? I'm sorry, I'm playing devil's advocate. I just want to get ideas in our head of, oh, actually, we might want to look out for this before we step on it, as it were.
Well, if we were playing that much, how would we know that there wasn't an alarm spell that was set out, like a mile extra in distance, and they've known we're here the whole time?
That would be actually quite smart if they were to do that.
Well, I was hoping to.
Okay,
look
I've got
into
a second question. Why would they put an illusion of this size up here? Right, it's tens of miles across, you guys said. Correct?
Yeah, it's about right.
We've not seen any village for around. The nearest village is Dunvast, which is 4 days away.
It's 'cause it's sort of bang in the middle between Brew and Dun.
Yeah.
I think
Well, this
without
is
it,
it.
the big beacon of light would go noticed. If that's
Yeah,
not the
by
thing
what?
that's creating the illusion. But I don't really know magic. It could be, it could be something else.
Well, that's it. So the big beacon of light, which we'll have to look into at some stage, because if we can turn that off and show people, but this is what my argument is. It personally, a big circle where nothing seems to make sense eventually is going to get spotted, compared with a beacon of light. They're comparable, right?
I mean,
I
Dundas
don't know
must
much
have
about
hunters
VR.
that come this way.
4 days out though,
Well, maybe. Yeah, it could be
unless
too
you're
far away for
hunting like.
hunters.
Yeah, you'd go within a day or two, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, this is too far out for it to be anything. So this large dome is probably to hide something else.
Yeah. This is what I'm worried about. For something of this size and magnitude, if anything, like, if you're going to hide something, you don't do it for tens of miles. They could have done it a mile around, like a mile radius. This is a huge area.
Yeah.
I don't think this is their main location. Danny, sorry, anything that I read in the books,
Yeah.
or any of the history that we've learned, or even like asking the group, is there any knowledge of an old building in this area? Like, was this a place of certain historical value, however long it was ago? Like, has this been mentioned as, you know, oh, there was a cathedral to Mistra in the mountains, or a monastery, or something like that? Is there anything written, read, or spoken about from anybody?
Make a history check.
Thank you.
I'll assist as well because obviously I've already gone through the books.
Can I do the same as a local? I only get a +1.
Yeah, sure.
Never mind. Worth a try.
Magic is bad, right, Greytail?
In terms of the area around
Too
here,
much.
there is nothing that comes to mind of any historical significance. There's nothing that sticks out as like some structure or some event that took place here, from the knowledge that you know, that could be of anything.
Nothing.
Not that you've seen or read, no. Not for here, at least.
What colour was this light?
There are 4 pillars of amber-coloured light and a radiating permeance of bright white light. You haven't seen it yourself to know much more than that.
Do colours have significance in your world, Danny? Or gems, or whatever? Is it certain gems? Because obviously we know that diamonds heal, that kind of thing. That
Depending
clear
on-
energy is usually heal.
Depending on the situation, yes. In some situations, no. It depends on what they're doing up there.
And you didn't see the building at all?
From
You
what
went to
they
work.
could see, there was no building. This light was in a spot just kind of radiating out to the night sky.
Wait, so we're in the mountains, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't see a building.
Nope.
Yeah.
Either because it's on top or it's dug in a bit, maybe.
Yeah, there won't be a building. It's going to
It
be
could be-
something inside the mountain.
Yeah.
But they would have seen something, some way to connect that light to the ground, even.
The
right?
light from what they could see was radiating from the summit of the mountain, in which, Persephone
It's
would
at
have.
the peak of a mountain.
Yeah, the summit.
Okay.
Which Persephone probably would have just about noticed. Didn't end in like a full like point peak like you would expect. It was sheared off slightly and flat-ish towards the top.
Okay.
It's actually in the mountain.
Yep.
or on this flat bit now, but the angle we were looking at.
Yeah, it'll be. Within
I
the
think
mountain.
it's going to be a hole at the top of the mountain. If I'm
More
quite
than likely.
honest. Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to send my servant up to scout the area, the mountain.
Okay.
How stealthy is it? How quick? How long does it
Insane
last?
level.
Can you communicate instantaneously, or does it have to walk back?
I think you'd have
No.
to come back to me, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not like a normal familiar.
It's a construct.
It is homunculus, so it can fly up.
Well,
Yeah.
sending one of Deer's, if Deer summons an owl or something else that can fly up and come back and tell us.
But won't be able to tell us until tomorrow once he's, restored.
Yeah.
So currently, the only thing we have in
Well,
existence
in
we
that
could
sort
do-
of vein, Deer could just wild shape into something and go and have a flyby.
That's what
we can do that in
Not
2
yet.
more levels.
Alright.
Oh shit!
We can't fly yet. Yeah.
Can Deer talk to a passing bird and ask that passing bird to fly back up and tell us how many people it could see or something?
Not
Fly
bad.
in the middle of the
Yeah.
night.
He doesn't have any spells to be able to do that.
It could talk to animals. That doesn't involve a spell, does it?
It does.
Spell.
Oh, right, okay.
Druids
So-
don't have innate language animal. They have to cast a spell to be able to do it. It's just druids have access to that spell.
So the only thing we have that can do a small scout at the moment is the homunculus.
Or me or Greytail.
Yeah. Either the old-fashioned way on foot, the old-fashioned detective work that, according to Ash, I want you guys to do, or just send a homunculus. I forgot the word. Was it
Oh.
noir you was on about?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
okay.
Noir.
Noir detective.
Yeah.
How long would it take me to get up there?
You, because you're you, and feline agility, monk bullshit, you
Yeah.
could probably, in theory, get within a reasonable... bearing in mind, you're talking the peak of this mountain is... Like I said, if you slept and left in the morning, you'd get there by late afternoon. You're not going to get terribly far. It's just the
So
problem is
it-
this light is so big and so bright, it's visible clearly from so far. Like searchlights
Yeah.
in a sky. It's like that sort of thing. They are big and noticeable.
It's a
Like if it
big
wasn't
lighthouse.
for this illusion, from Dunvast, you'd probably see a twinkle at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. So that's why the illusion's there. To cover a large range to get rid of the spell.
Pretty much,
To
yeah.
get rid of the light. So, if it's the case of, we can still rest up tonight and try and make our way slowly and cautiously closer to see if we can't find something a bit closer.
You could always press.
Yeah.
You could always press an hour or two into the night and set up camp further in if you want.
I wouldn't. No, I think we should stay here.
Let's stay in the tree cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Set up watches. And just as a little bit of a thing, because Deer mentioned it earlier, if there is an ice column in there, Deer, can you please continue to come with us? Just in this instance, I know it's a big deal for you, but we really need you to stick with us because you're going to be what's keeping us quiet.
Okay.
Thank you.
He said it so dejected, yeah, all right.
I mean, I can always ask him to not look for ice golems if that would help.
Cass just did
It
that.
kind of defeats the. Yeah, I asked as well. It also defeats the point if people only do things because you're making them do them rather than actually doing them themselves.
Wait,
It
what?
doesn't change them.
Let's just go with we've asked. We'll try and avoid it from now on.
Yeah.
But I suggest we probably
This
start
is probably
setting up
another thing I need to have a chat with. But yeah, cool.
watches now, and then we can sort out later.
Yes. So we're just doing a scouting mission tomorrow then.
We get closer, we'll do a scout, see what's going on around, and then we can decide whether or not we're going to.
Yeah. So the plan will be
Okay.
go up,
Just
have
to
a
nail down the
look,
plan.
and then
Yeah.
basically once you've kind of got an idea of what's there, how much, how big, you can kind of then go, yeah, we can take it, or yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah. Cool.
So, first watch.
Before I do, I'm going to cast alarm.
Before we do the first watch as well.
Okay.
As how far we got left on those rings?
Necklaces, but days, I think.
Either way.
Yeah, we're just
It was
about halfway
100
through
and
it.
something.
Yeah, and because he's batch making them, none of them are ready until they're all ready.
Right,
Yeah.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask. I'm
Yeah,
happy to do the first watch.
Okay, so first watch, reveal yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you
going
want-
to cast up the alarm on the outer perimeter just so that we've got extra.
So, like, are you doing it on the edge of the bubbled area facing your camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then that's fine. You go.
Am I doing perception?
Yes, please, if you're watching. Nice. You keep an eye out as the night draws in. The rain has stopped, but it is extremely overcast still. It's mundane, but it's okay. Nothing comes in, nothing comes out that you are aware of. Nothing's around you apart from your friends and their sleeping areas. Your watch goes unworried. Who is taking the second watch?
I can do second, unless somebody wants.
I'll share the second one with you, Greytail.
Do you want me to
Or I
assist
can do
you?
third. No, it's up to you.
Bless you,
I
Vienna.
can assist you. Go on, you roll.
Alright.
I'll help
Do
you
you also
out.
have my player consent to volunteer Vienne for any of the watches if you wake her
Thank
up?
you, Kenge, for the raid, my dude. How are you doing? Okay, so Greytail, you take the second watch. The middle of the night, you hear the wind, you hear what sounds like a distant howl of a canine-esque creature, just echoing in the wind. Nothing affects you. Everything is calm, everything is quiet. The small campfire that you controlled the flame of to prevent too much light pollution or anything is just dying down into its bare embers and dies out in your watch. Final watch. Reveal yourself. I'm doing really well, Kenge.
I'll do the final one.
I'll assist.
Religious overtones, there were spiritual overtones, and this was part of the source of their power. We were able to feel like insiders with their own secret rules and connections.
Oh dear.
Roll
You've
again.
got advantage.
Yeah.
DM me, Kenge. We'll discuss later.
A bit better.
Oh, good God.
Okay. Final watch goes. Dear, you're often more than not caught fiddling with your doll. And Evan, thank God you're awake and watching as well, as you kind of whisper, "Can you put that away? Well, you can play with it later," sort of thing. And then about 5 minutes later, you watch him playing it again, and in the end, you kind of just be like, whatever, and you keep the soul watch out.
No. It's kind of hanging, just yoink in the bag of holding. You can have that back at the end.
You can have it in the morning.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And
Nice.
you both keep a watch out, and everything is calm. The sun rises. Everything warms up very slowly as the sun hits your skins. The cat crawls back onto the mountain once more and just causes a distant earthquake as he crawls up the DM's chair.
In the meantime, whilst that is happening, in the distraction, I give back the doll.
Yes, and you all...
He does have a climb speed.
You all do wake up well rested, as well as you can be in the place you are. Fluff is typing in chat. Thank you, Fluff.
Fluff says hello to the world.
By typing a 0. But yeah, you were all...
How many
That's how
survive?
many hit points we're gonna have left.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how many survivors there will be. 0.
But yeah, you all wake up well rested. No worries, Kenge. What are you guys up to?
Yeah. Wake up, food, pack up the camp, pass without a trace, and let's go. Actually, I would say for the moment we are pretty much a distance out. I would say probably don't use pass without a trace at the moment.
Okay.
Unless somebody else has a different opinion, please speak up.
Not till we should get to the illusion board.
Well, the illusion board
That's
is like
right on top of you, yeah.
yeah, it's
I was
seconds away.
kissing my cat's forehead pink. Look, Dodge. Fuck you.
Yeah, Vienne just kind of cleans up her situation and bounces her way over to the party.
Bounce, bounce.
Well, it's better than Sprink.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna sprink.
She's gonna prepare her purse for the day since she has no spells to prepare.
I prepare how much money I'm going to have to throw at these people. Don't kill me!
Well, the Havert's haversack, like, it's not as much room as a bag of holding, but it actually has multiple compartments to put stuff in. So it's just an actual bottomless Prada bag.
So yeah, you all wake up. Everyone is as prepared as you can be. You slowly make your way in as the morning comes into full fruition. You make your way into the bubble. You all see the light still permeating, but it's kind of in the backdrop of the morning light sky as well. You start ascending. Stealth. Can we get stealth checks? Please and thank you.
So yeah, this is stealth. About to say, yeah, this is stealth check.
Good. I passed without trace.
Okay, we didn't pass without a trace. Okay.
Are we doing that now then?
That's kind of what I asked, and everybody just went, eh. It's happening.
Elbow Nuggets, thank you for the follow. Here, take a nugget.
Just to be clear, I'm going to be going ahead of the party because these are really bad stealth checks I'm doing, and I don't want to risk it.
Cassie's BRB, but I will just take it as a party average for now.
Yeah, me and Grace will go ahead of the party.
But don't forget to add 10 to all of these because of Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah.
Okay, so 33 to stealth.
Nice.
That's mine's 37 then. That's even better.
7, 32, 26, 23, 33, and then a 14.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Despite all of her, like, opulence and nonsense that is her existence, she has been very, very well trained in how to, like, move delicately in such attire.
But as you guys make your way up the mountain, you are seemingly unnoticed and unfettered. Elbow Nuggets, you've redeemed and asked me anything, so please indeed feel free to fire a question away. At me or the party. Some of the party members are in chat, by the way, so feel free to say hi. But, yeah.
He's going to ask how many nuggets can you eat in one go.
52. Pineapple or pepperoni? Pepperoni, all day. 100%. Favourite topping on a pizza, pepperoni. Beautiful. But yeah, you climb the mountain slowly, but surely, making your way up. The Pass Without a Trace will eventually fade within this hour.
Yep.
And you'll continue your way.
Keeping an eye out the entire way up.
Perception checks for those doing that.
Sure, I turn off disadvantage because.
Yes.
Stephanie is too busy rolling her eyes at everyone being me being so noisy.
Yeah, she doesn't bother looking. But yeah, you keep your eyes out.
I think I'm doing well.
You actually notice as well that when you come up to one of these patches with the burnt and scorched trees, you actually take a moment to look at it. What it actually is large chunks of now very clearly destroyed, but well-cut stonework, like the makings of a building, that... What? I just heard a horn.
What's that?
No, that was
We just, yeah, but say, over here you see a building, and over there you see a car driving up the hill.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to park my limo, guys. That's my bad.
That was too perfect.
It's like we're a tour bus. Over here there is a building, and over there a car.
But no, you finally get to one of these patches of the scorched...
God damn it.
I'm gonna try this again.
They're watching the stream.
As you approach one of these patches of scorched trees, you see large chunks and now extremely broken cut stonework and masonry that probably would have once made parts of a building of some description that look like they have had some serious destruction marks done. Fucking cat hair up my nose.
Okay, maybe just like mute if that.
Yeah, Liam, please.
Please don't. That is hilarious.
But you see, like, it looks like this has been thrown and has crashed, and then radiating from these stoneworks, the explosion has happened. And yeah, it's hard to understand what's happened, but yeah, this looks like chunks of building have crash landed and then exploded upon impact.
Hey.
And that's
You know, like the chunks have been like
like something's
Like
happened further up and has caused these pieces to land where they have, and the explosion of scorch marks radiate from these chunks of rubble. So it looks like something it's hit, then whatever has caused the scorching and explosion has happened.
How recent
Could I
does this
distinguish
look? Yeah, that boomer. How long ago did this happen?
Make an investigation check. What does DM
Yeah.
mean? Dungeon Master Mackie.
Boomer, make an investigation check with advantage. As I think you probably have a higher one than I do.
Oh yes.
You can't see my thing, so you can't tell. But yeah, you've got better than a 0, so yeah.
Do you go over and like you start fingering through everything and looking and stuff, and it looks kind of old. Like you can see where like some rain marks have come and washed like some of the soot away and things like that in certain areas. You can see that this probably be a week or so old, maybe. Given
Would I also be able to distinguish what actually hit it?
The floor.
that would be an Arcana check. I need to be in this dungeon. You're more than welcome to come join Mackie.
So we're talking what? It happened maybe about 7-8 days ago.
About that, yeah.
Alright, about the same time magic went kaput.
Yeah. So looking, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. The damage doesn't look like natural elements. Doesn't look like lightning. It doesn't look like fire. It doesn't look like sort of like things like that. It looks otherworldly. possibly celestial in nature.
Oh.
It looks like a miniature radiant bomb has literally just smited this area and scorched it.
Ooh, a bomb.
Something that was attached to the piece of building that went flying had some celestial energy attached to it, and then upon hitting has kind of radiated it and just burnt this area in like a 20-foot radius around this rubble. It's completely inert at this point. Yeah?
How old is the stonework?
The stonework, like as in like trying to age the building, I would say you wouldn't have a chance. Between the scorch marks and it's a broken chunk that's then smashed into the floor, it's damaged beyond detailed recognition.
Okay.
Does Boomer have advantage on identifying explosions?
Well, this is what he did. He's done this. Because essentially, you've dated the explosion. You've dated the type of damage it is. But yeah, the problem is, Cass, this is a piece of building that's been blown off, flung through the air, crashed and like smashed and disintegrated a bit, then had a radiant bomb go off on it as well. It's hard
what type of stone is it?
It's a dense, like a, I don't know, like a natural stone. It looks natural to the area, sort of stonework. It's not like otherworldly stonework.
That's it. Two theories. One, this is something to do with the Gottlieb Krieg. And the fact that it was a big celestial bomb going off that, you know, eradicated all life but Azamars on this plane of existence. Or secondarily is this could be something crashing in from another plane coming into this material plane.
Or it could be that they experimented with the, they set off a big magical explosion all the way up there.
But it's divine in nature, meaning either gods or clerics have been involved. So I don't think this explosion is due to, unfortunately to say it, but most wizards don't have divine energy, it's all arcane.
They could have pierced the veil and gone and messed with something. They're messing with the weave, which is, divine as well. And also, this happened 8 days ago.
This explosion did?
Yes.
From the soot marks and the weathering where it's been washed off in the rain, Boomer has roughly dated it to a week, maybe just over.
Wouldn't happen to coincide with when the magic switched off, would it? Yeah, okay. They were fucking around and the gods decided to screw them over.
Either the gods decided to screw them over or they screwed themselves over.
Both, probably. They probably screwed themselves and the gods assisted.
So, kaboom up there.
I will say, you're about 5 hours away from actually being at the top where this light and stuff is radiating, just as a point out.
Kaboom up there.
Boom.
All the way to down here.
How far is that? Just distance-wise?
In raw distance, you're probably looking at a good mile. Like this... It's not a terribly big piece. Like, it's probably a chunk of stone that's like 5 foot wide.
I'm about to say, a mile from the top, but it's going to take us 5 hours to get there.
It's because of going vertical, because of steepness and things like that, and difficult terrain. And the fact that you're stealthing.
Okay. That makes sense. It makes sense.
If it makes
me feel better being able to do on a gentle walk,
No.
Mile in a lot less time.
If it was flat Earth, no issue. Yeah, but you're dealing with difficult terrain. You're dealing with stealthing, and sheer climbing almost.
So yeah, big explosion up there. Sent this down here.
Yeah, because it's kind
of velocity of it.
Oh yeah, like this thing's like semi embedded in the earth, like it's made a full crater sort of thing.
So this is in the center of a crater. How big's the crater, roughly?
It's about a 5-foot piece of material that's probably made a 10-15 foot crater, and it's kind of like at an angle, like you can kind of see trajectory.
Meaning that it wasn't because it was falling down. This thing was thrown. That is some powerful magic. The force of that explosion and the velocity that this was traveling at to create a crater is pretty much like a meteorite hitting the surface.
And at the risk of my eyes going the exact same way Vianne's are at the moment, it was very dangerous, and we should probably get up. We should probably.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else here, which I don't think there is. Boomer, is there anything else you want to think of?
Can I see obviously where it's fell down? Because I would have thought it'd be scraped down the mountainside.
Well, it's kind of gone up and out, and then as it's
And then
travelling now,
flat.
because the Earth's going down as it's going downhill, it's kind of hit and kind of done like a drag mark, as if like it's hit at an angle, but because of the because of the steepness and
Force.
It's not hit the mountain as it's come down. This is the first time it's hit anything when it came down.
yeah. It's
Oh,
hit.
yeah.
It hasn't bounced or anything. Like this is just hit with such a force. It's like cracked the stone of the mountain and just kind of lodged in.
That's it. It's not like a tumbling
No.
down the mountain. It's literally just punched. Like in, okay.
Yeah, no. This and if assuming this is the same story as the other scorched areas, you're looking. You can kind of, having a careful look around, you can see another 20 or so in the immediate visual vicinity of where other pieces have just hit, and yeah.
Is there any like smaller pieces of this stone?
Like I said, this is about a 5-foot piece entirely, but yeah, there's plenty that's broken off. Like I said,
Yeah, I'll just pick up a small piece.
It's hit, and it's like the one big block has turned, like there's many small, like golf ball sized pieces that you can just grab. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna make you roll.
Yeah,
There's
anything
plenty.
that's that kind of size, I'm gonna pick it up.
There's plenty. There's a lot. Like you're talking hundreds of small golf ball sized pieces just dotted about.
Are they like
Anything that's
scattered?
that kind of size.
Are they like scattered?
Are they like scattered like far away, or are they close to each other?
It's a mix. Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
You're talking
It's
a
random.
lot. Yeah.
Okay. Boomer, from from the investigations we've been able to put so far, the explosion that caused this, and then I point towards the top of the mountain, was up there. So let
Like
us
a
all
rocket.
go.
It's a big boom.
So
It was a very big boom. It was a very big boom. Let's go up there and see if we can find out what caused the big boom.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, boom.
So you're technically correct in the sense that there was a building up there. There isn't
anymore.
anymore. No. Definitely not.
Good. Let us go.
Are you still sticking with your stealth? And if so, I will need some rolls. Yeet.
We already had one cast without a trace cast.
Yep.
So
And,
still,
and we
How
have
long's it
another
last?
an hour, and we have another 5.
Do it in the final hour, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach talked to them, calmed them down, said, go on out, stand, and have something to eat.
Gregory put together his mat and equipment in a bag, and they walked over to have a snack.
I like how Roll20, because I'm wearing heavy armor, just does it for me.
Yeah, it's really good. Who we
Also, have you
missing
stopped, changed your Twitch settings to take off the word honk? I tried to use it when the car was tooting, and it wouldn't let me.
Yeah,
You
well
don't
done.
let you anymore.
there? Shouldn't be.
You've been on that for a while. You can't honk
Why
on
didn't
this.
it let me?
I remember why. Voldemort, who used to mod for me as a bit of a meme on Liam, banned the term. I need to unban it.
The car was honking.
Yeah,
so I was like,
the reason why Lagan can say it is because she's a mod. But no, Voldemort, someone we shall not name, did it as a meme.
I'll go try and find that if you want to just keep handling D&D stuff.
Thank you. There will be honks, and they will be in the chat.
Yeah.
But you all make your way up the mountain. The going's not easy, but it's going, and not all
I
of
have
you
a
is.
climb speed.
It's going. Not easy, but it's going. All of you go together. Fuck you. You have an easy time of it, and so does Deer. But you know everyone else that you've got to wait for fucking doesn't, do they? But yeah, you make your way up. And what I'll do is I'll get everyone to re-stealth as the 4 hours go by. Uninterrupted, no issues. New stealths with Pass Without a Trace if you're still doing that, and then can have rerolls of stealth with a +10.
So this is
Would I be able to just get like a piggyback on someone?
If you ask nicely, I'll carry you.
Please. Just so that eliminates one of the stealths.
and just gives the other person disadvantage because they're now stealthing and carrying you.
Yeah.
Shit, does it?
Deanna's just perfectly in stepping her petticoat swishing while she goes.
Damn.
So
Goes with the sound of the wind.
Well, because she can cast Gust, so she could use that to suppress any noise.
Ooh, better.
16 stealth plus 10.
Damn.
26, sorry.
Everyone but Cass. Damn.
Mine is with so it's 16.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Everyone else but Cass down.
Stealthing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I've got bottles clinking and books slapping together. Like I'm a walking library and a walking laboratory.
But there's one problem is you've ignored the one part of the library which is quiet.
Upon hearing all this clinking, can Vian just kind of be like, do you want to put your bottles in my purse or something? Like, I've got room.
It's probably a bit late now.
No, watch. She like opens up the bag so you can see it's effectively a
bag of holding.
Whatever the heck, bag of holding.
I mean, technically, I'll put them in there. Some of them are empty. One's got some weird, like, very fine dust in it. Another one's got, like, some gloopy mixture in it, and she'll put it all in.
I will give you a +1 to your stealth roll, Cass, for doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, one of them's got people dust in it, and the other one's got spider venom in it.
Probably don't share that publicly.
No, they all know about it. It's fine.
But no, Vian doesn't know, and that's the thing.
Oh.
She
wears makeup.
Normal
Explain that,
vile
please.
garbage.
Let's not explain. Let's just.
Yeah. You eventually make your way to the pinnacle where it starts to level out and then goes flat. I think it's probably best as you will be approaching from the right side, but let me show you the map.
Uh-oh, map.
Yeah, that means combat.
What the
Oh, hello. Oh,
You'll be approaching from this side as you see, like, the ruins and the rubble of some sort of building, and you can see these columns of light coming from these huge crystals. In the center, currently in a inconsolable rage, is the figure of a black-skinned woman with huge angelic wings and a large glowing celestial weapon that is flailing and fighting, and is currently being held in some sort of field. You can see eyes closed, arms outstretched, concentrating intensely. This muscular figure who's wearing robes, and what he's done, he's kind of thrown the sleeves out and kind of let them fall to the side, and you can see intricate tattoos all over his body, glowing very faintly, as you can kind of see his hands are outstretched and clenched as he's concentrating on something, as this angelic figure is trying to break free, unable to. Cass, can you make a religion check?
Yeah, of course.
Hot magic man, maybe. Maybe.
He has tattoos and he's muscular. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that your type? Nice.
And he has magic.
Okay.
It's just the muscle wizard, is it?
Yeah, this is the muscle wizard.
Crap, I knew Neko was in this server.
But yeah, Neko, reveal yourself quick. No,
Wait a minute, I'm just going to check Discord, just in case.
No.
but yeah, no.
There's no new people in there.
just for a quick description, the man looks to be in his early 30s. He's got a small braided beard. He's got shaved head. And yeah, he's extremely ripped and muscular. Like I said, his robes, the top half of his robes are thrown down at the side, so all his tattoos are exposed, which seem to have some magical property. You don't know exactly what. And from what you can see, he's probably the one concentrating on keeping that thing where it is. That thing where it is, Cass, as you look more and more intensely, looks to be some aspect and or avatar of Mystra.
Ooh. We've got to free him.
Fuck.
It seems that in the mortal plane, a fragment of Mystra has been brought forth and is currently being held in position as it stands. The only issue is avatars of gods don't usually act in this way, and it's seemingly incensed in pure rage and blind rage at this. It's acting completely out of character, but it's undeniable that this is an aspect of Mystra. Avatar of Mystra, however you wish to word it.
You know, I'll kind of like
At
lean
the
back
minute,
and whisper very quietly.
with
Sorry.
passive no, it's fine. With passive perceptions, he seems to be the only person here, aside from this deity. He's unnoticed of your presence, as his full concentration seems to be on whatever it is he's doing.
So yeah, I'll kind of lean back and whisper quietly to the rest of the group. Mystra. And kind of like point over at the thing. Avatar of Mystra?
Mm-hmm.
This is bad.
But yeah, this building.
What's a Mystra?
Goddess of magic.
But yeah, this is all being taken place in the ruins of what probably once was a very nice temple at one point.
Stephanie?
Yes?
Greytail? Scout both ways. Round. Quickly. See if we can't find anything else.
Am I still stealthed, Danny?
It is, you can all see this to varying degrees. It's very clear that the one person that is here that you can see at the moment is completely oblivious to your presence.
Before I go scouting, I'll ask, if it comes down to it, which one am I punching?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Whichever one starts attacking you.
Okay.
Right, so Danny, do I need to
crazy.
re-stealth or not?
Enraged.
Yes, please. You will need to re-stealth.
Yeah, avoid provoking that one if you can. But if that one gets free, it's probably going to try and kill him. If that's the case, back off.
Based on the wizard, that's going to let go of the angel.
You can only hope.
Well, I'm going to go north this way, because if anything goes wrong, he's going to go against that dude, and I'll be behind, so that's fine by me. See ya.
Move yourself over there, yeah?
No, I'll go to this side then.
Yeah.
And I'm coming
Same
down
as
the
well,
bottom.
you're outside of Deer's Pass Without a Trace now.
Yeah, but they both rolled.
But yeah,
really damn good on
there is
Really well.
seemingly no other being here. These large amber crystals are the ones emitting the columns of light. The amber light, that is, and it seems this deity is the one emitting the bright angelic light.
Okay. Boomer. What is that? What are those gem things?
I think you need to say to him.
Oh, flashy things.
What are the flashy things? Do not go close to look at them.
Make a
Am I
perception
just
check.
Perception.
Can I guide him? Just give him a tap and say,
certainly
Caroline, light your path. D4 with your roll.
D4.
Yep.
They look to be in excess of about 10 foot wide each and about 5 foot deep. Amber. The gem, amber. These are huge. 10 foot wide, 5 foot deep ambers that are, assuming if you get them intact, they are cut, they are polished, they are clear, they are pristine. These things
Vian is mentally grading these.
Vian, actually no, Vian, make an intelligence check. As Boomer, you've never seen gems these big. Vian, you don't know how much these are worth simply because you, even yourself, in the aristocratic lifestyle you've lived, have not seen gems even a fraction this big, especially in that good a quality. Like, you can almost see through and through these gems, whereas normally some gems are bound to have imperfections, cracks, chips. No, these look immaculate.
She kind of pulls out her diamond that's like maybe the size of her fist, looks at the amber again, looks back at her diamond, and puts her diamond away.
Yeah, no, like, these 4 gems could probably fund quite a bit.
I think those are expensive, guys. We might not want to break them.
But they are currently pulsing and puffing light out as they are seemingly involved in some way in whatever's going on.
But are the singers the type of magic these normally are?
Say that again?
I say, what about it? Distinguish what type of magic these are pulsing.
Are you going to cast Detect Magic, or are you just...
I was going to say, the one time Boomer doesn't cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Because that,
yeah,
you're not able to tell. Are you ritually casting it, or are you just casting it?
I'm going to ritually cast it.
We don't have time for a ritual.
No, we don't have that.
10.
Okay. Okay, I'll just cast it.
They are pumping out heavy abjuration magic, and you can actually see through the detect magic there is like threads of abjuration magic that is wrapping itself and forming a conical cylinder around this angelic being in the middle. And kind of seeing these threads through the eyes of detect magic, you can actually see the small gestures and hand movements of the man weaving the magic. He's pulling the magic from these gems and wrapping and constantly rewrapping and rewrapping this abjuration magic around this celestial being. As you watch, when it goes to the celestial being, it doesn't last very long. Almost instantly it's gone, but the only reason it's still in place is because as it breaks the magic that's suppressing it, this man is able to pull more and more, and it looks like if he stops, it's not even a round of combat before this thing will be free.
Would it also be the case that if any of these gems were damaged, I'm guessing it would drop it?
Maybe. You don't know?
No, a simple arrow shot at this dude should free the celestial being. Potentially.
I don't really want to do that though.
No, not.
A form of rage at the moment.
She's in an incensed, blind rage. Like, it's impressive. You've seen barbarians not even get this angry. Like,
this is an avatar, right? You described it. This is a.
This isn't like the full aspect.
Like a fragment.
Yeah. It's like someone has taken a piece of Mystra and brought it to the material plane, and this is its form.
No wonder she's angry. God.
Chase needs to make quick. Can't allow this to stand, but once this starts,
magic. Oh no, we take out her.
Nice catching that Salamence.
I think we take out the magic guy and then take out her, or take out her and then take out the magic guy. Unfortunately,
I
it's really
would
bad.
strictly recommend we don't attack Mistra.
Make a
Really
just make an off the cuff perception check as well, Cass, as you've been watching.
Perception?
Yeah.
31.
You
I see everything.
you manage to see like looking at the tattoos and stuff that this man has. You actually notice on his hip on the right side, facing you guys, you see a number. The number 4.
Have we seen the number 5 on Solar?
No.
No, we haven't seen him.
Out of character, we know Solar is a number. We don't know in character.
No, we know in character she's a 5
because Penelope told you.
Penelope got it from her.
The ones you are aware of is out of character. You know of one more, number 8, but you don't know that one in character. You know Solastranzia is number 5. This man has the tattoo of the number 4.
Do we know if it's ascending or descending?
I would assume it's ascending.
You know it's
the
lower the number, the higher the person, because in Penelope's conversations with you, she was told, like from what was gathered, the person she was being berated by was number 3.
So the lower the number, the higher you are.
Yeah. So this man.
You just said the higher the number,
I knew what I meant. No, yeah, I said the lower the number, the higher you are. But so this person, in theory, would have rank over Solar and possible power.
Is Cass relaying this to us? Presumably.
There's a number 4 on his arm, side.
Oh, gosh, that's ugly. But he's evil. He's just evil.
I'm glad you were able to determine
misguided. Severely misguided.
I understatement.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make light of a bad situation because
a god's being tortured in front of us.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We've got to free her.
Yeah, I'd say let's stop him and pray she's in a forgiving mood once she gets past him.
Maybe there's something that's holding her here that we can stop and free her and send her back.
I say.
But this is something afterwards. On 3?
3, 1.
You want to sneak around to ambush?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody start moving, and then we'll go on 3 because they're busy.
The more you watch and the more you see, this man's sole attention is in whatever he's doing. It's safe to say that you don't need to roll stealth checks and things. You can, so long as you don't get right up in his biz, as long as you stay within a decent range away from him, you are free to move around.
Will you give us a prep round, Danny?
That's essentially I'm giving you the information that you need to get into position and get ready if you are going to do what I think you're about to do.
Yeah. I think that's open space. Is this all flat ground or is this open?
The darker grey is raised up. There is minor rubble and stuff, but it's raised up from the lighter colour that you're on. Because essentially that's the foundation of whatever building was once here.
So this is literally this is the 6 seconds before we go. So before people run off, can I get one spell in before people run off? Because I know everyone's running.
I'm not going to do anything until you hit a target. Because I haven't heard the whole conversation.
When I see people...
Whoever you hit, I'm going for.
Yes. Goes Son McCowan, depending on what happens.
Wait. Where's... So what was that? I wanted to get Grey Tail as well.
I've not been told to come back, so I'm there.
Can I wave at Greytail and be like...
Yeah, you beckon him back.
You're just trying to sneak
Beckon
out
him like
here.
my finger.
Greytail!
Yeah.
Don't shout.
I'm beckoning, like...
Yeah, we're backing him
Like
back.
I said, assuming you don't make a lot of noise or you go really, really close, you feel safe enough that the concentration of whatever spell he's weaving is taking away all of his ability to really perceive his environment.
So everyone is here, not including Boomer, who seems to have walked off. Boomer, you're over here.
Boomer, come back.
Oh no. That was horrific.
I know, but it was brilliant at the same time.
No, it really wasn't. Cast, please.
Yes?
Yes, cast. You had a spell you wanted to cast.
Yes. So we're going to go on 3, right? So as I
Well,
no,
no,
1, I'm going to...
You cast, then we all get into position, and then we do whatever we want.
Yeah, but this needs to happen real quickly, because if not, the spell will run out.
Well, what
So I'm
spell is
casting
it?
it, and we go. Bless. I'm going to bless some people. So it literally needs to be happening as you're moving away from me. As long as you're within 30 feet, and we literally go. It's like a prep round before we go into combat. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Mechanically. But yeah. So, you ready?
Okay.
My
Move up a
action
bit.
for the prep round, watching Cass just trying to organize all of these headless chickens. Vianne's just kind of like expecting Cass to do cool stuff and kind of just like passes her a bardic inspiration for whatever she might need.
Yeah, if you want to hand out multiple, you would have the time to.
Fine.
Well,
no,
I want
this
to
is
eat as
one
much of the
round.
blessed spell as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 1 round.
So, Cass,
so
you have a
I am
bardic
picking-
inspiration.
Yeah, and I am picking Greytail, Evan, and Persephone. You are all blessed. 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws, and I will remind you.
I'm marking it, and that's concentration, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Thank you.
How long's that last for?
Oh, you moved me. You
Yeah,
moved me.
yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that because you can't track the thing off screen very well.
Yeah, I'm going to hide behind.
The little like things you can put on the tokens. If you're on the edge of the screen, the thing opens half cut off. It's weird, so I have to move you over.
So yeah, that is my prep round done.
Okay.
I'll go into combat into this. I'm going to start firing.
Can I go back? Where was I? I was here, wasn't I? Was I
We
here?
were all in this group area, so...
I'll just say I was here.
Yeah.
And for my prep, I will do my symbolic entity.
Okay.
Do you get to choose people it doesn't hurt?
I get to choose who to hit with it, yeah. It's just one reaction to do it to somebody.
Yeah.
Prep, bow and arrow, ready.
Yep, you're readying your shots. Cannon is out, is ready from... Yep.
Probably have
5
me
minutes.
initiate for getting you guys into position. For one very specific reason.
Okay.
Cheerleader powers activate.
Oh, nice!
Because that gives you a free move before your turn.
So you're doing this like at the end before we literally go.
Like
through.
you're like everyone go, and she's like yeah, and just Fey magic just shoots out of her and like
Cool.
5.
Nice.
Nice.
We've got 8 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
No,
Everyone
so
except
it's up.
Boomer and myself.
I'll
No.
don't get an ace of my... Yeah.
Give it. If you want, you can give it to Boomer and yourself and take me out of it. I don't mind.
Nah.
We good? We good?
Right.
Nice.
Everyone in position? Is everyone ready?
25.
But yeah, like the moment you say go, her brain is just firing at like 2 neurons a second instead of 1.
Going. Move
And
on.
we go.
Okay, so starting with how the tokens are laid out, Boomer, we'll make you go first. And then once everyone's done their surprise round, we're moving to...
No, that was our surprise round.
He's...
No,
That was
no,
our
but no,
prep.
that was the prep round before we do the surprise. We can still have
Yeah,
time to move into
because
position quietly.
he's not paying one iota of attention to you guys. He's not aware of your presence. and the angelic being is far too incensed to even pay much attention to anything outside of its immediate vicinity. So, Boomer, you have one turn.
Yeah, I give a nod to Evan.
Yeah.
Attack.
Make a hit.
Okay, then I'll get the cannon to attack our little friend here.
Do it.
It will be a force ballista.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Is this a surprise round as in you only get your action?
No.
Or is this a surprise round as we get a
We get a full turn. We get a full turn beforehand.
Yeah. You get basically you're all getting one turn each, then initiative.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
And that starts off with a hit.
I get to about there with my movement.
As unfettered, and this will break his concentration. I'm going to say because the amount of concentration needed for the spell is so great, even the slightest disruption would have been enough. And as it hits him, he stumbles and catches himself. And rather than like looking at you, everyone's attention immediately looks to the crystals. That as the angelic being flexes the wings and breaks the bonds of the magic, these crystals crack and shatter instantly. You will still get your surprise rounds. I'm not denying you that. It's just more of a flavour of, it's very clear instantaneously that this angelic being is busting out as like the feedback from whatever just happened. Like there's still plenty of pretty chunks of amber scattered. Are you done? Or are we moving to
I'm going to hold my action of a firebolt.
Okay. For what condition?
If obviously our little friend here tries to attack one of us.
Okay. Evan?
Given that his concentration is broken, I
Remember, you get a free move plus your move off of
25.
Untitled Inspiration if you need to gap close.
Yeah.
You can run, because now the crystals have broken, Michael, you can technically run through those spaces now. Just, they're not blocking you now as they were once.
You could get all the way there.
So if you wanted to just beeline it through them crystals, you ain't got to run around.
15, 20, 25, 30. And I have the reaction movement, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what it says, isn't it? When you cast.
Yeah, you get a reaction movement effectively at the very start of the surprise round, and then your turn comes up immediately after.
Nice. That's a really cool ability. Odds, man.
I am going to.
Beautiful.
We're not in a swamp.
Well, my original plan was to try and attack one of the gems, but the gems did that themselves.
Mm-hmm. You wasn't to know that, that's fine.
The gems exploded.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, it's what happens when you deal with high power things. If one thing breaks, it sends a feedback that shatters everything else.
I go up behind him. I try and grab him.
Yeah, make an attack.
Well, there goes my plan.
Or are you grappling him? Did you? Because I know you said grab then.
I want to use... Yeah, I want to use my first attack to essentially try and trip him. So basically it's a shove attack.
So forego the damage for an attempt at tripping.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a to hit roll. And then what we'll do is we'll do a DC based off... Because are you strength or dex build?
Strength. I was just going to do an athletics, but yeah.
I was just going to say we'll make the DC... I'll make him... If you hit, I'll make him do a save. DC 8 plus proficiency plus strength. Sound fair?
Okay. Yep. That shouldn't have been at disadvantage and still got it enabled.
Yeah, so we'll take...
don't forget D4. You're blessed.
15.
Oh, just misses. Literally, like, a 15 is just under. As you hit, but as he stumbled forward from the shot from the Force Blister, as he goes to turn, you kind of go to sweep the legs, and your maul cracks off the ground and sends like a spray of stone skitting everywhere. As he kind of just takes a, what the fuck? Suddenly, like, now he's kind of like taking in the environment and like seeing everyone. He's like, oh shit. But I believe you do have a second attack, do you not?
Yeah.
Going straight for a hit or trying to trip again? Hashtag blessed. Hashtag not blessed enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a hit.
Okay.
Crack his head in.
Bonus action. I am going to cast magic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Plus a D4.
Plus a D4. It automatically rolls all the damage and shit when I add extra damage modifiers.
Yeah, so that makes it a 13, so yeah, no. I mean, even if it rolled a 4, that wouldn't have been enough, would it? Oh, no, it could have been.
It would have got it to 16.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
That's his AC.
Yeah, it is.
I thought based on the fact that you said it's 15 just missed.
Yeah, no, it was a just.
He's like, yes, and he's like, yeah, fucking... Yeah, so I'm basically just distracting him with trying to trip him in these wild swings of
and
the
as
ball.
as he's off balance and off footed, as he's taking a step back from these two huge, heavy maul swings, Persephone.
So I will take my pot shot.
Technically, I was surprised, so I probably should have had advantage on those, but yeah.
Okay,
You're blessed,
D4.
Persephone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But we want to see if we can get higher, but no.
Yeah, 27.
27, still very nice.
As you deal
Bravo,
22 points of damage. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
And what I'm going to do, because Danny, it needs to be clear here. Is there any of these pieces of amber crystals big enough to hide behind?
No.
So can I hide down here in these crevices or something?
Yeah, it's about a 5-foot drop.
So I can crouch basically and just hide.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I can do it. There, because that way.
Make a stealth check.
I believe I am stealth.
I can't even see Persephone on the map right now. Where is she?
That's the point.
Her name is John Cena.
Do.
Terrible.
I tell you, that's a good. Can someone clip that, please? Greytail, it is you.
That's how you do damage, people.
Again.
Oh no!
Behind him.
Not in front.
He turned round.
Not in between the god and the...
Do it! Move back! Move
I
back!
don't know that. I'm sticking there.
Make an attack
Can't
with
do
advantage,
anything
because
now.
I thought I was making the sacrifice play here, but apparently you have
Oh, it's
advantage.
too late now.
yeah, you have advantage because of flank.
And D4.
And a D4.
Yeah,
It
no,
won't really
it
matter.
doesn't matter.
People are going to help on that one.
No,
I forgot I had advantage, didn't I? Because you was in 5 feet.
no, you
No,
don't.
no.
You don't get
You've got the
advantage.
sneak attack.
You get
though.
your sneak attack
you
because
did
of
get
it.
the sneak attack.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You don't have advantage for it. Though.
So that attack misses as what it is. You don't miss. You hit him, but this man's fucking brick built stacked,
Wait,
and you just kind of hit this big mass of muscle.
Does he what?
Did he know where Persephone was then?
No.
Wouldn't he still have advantage then?
No.
Yes, because it was attacking from stealth, because he didn't know any of us were there.
I'm sure he didn't attack in the prep round or do anything else to cause...
Okay,
Ah,
quick,
no.
quickly re-roll, Carl.
All of us should have had advantage on these attacks. I realised too late for my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way.
Greytail did with advantage.
But Greytail, your second attack, if you wish to take it.
Yep.
D4.
Still get the +4. Yeah.
That hits.
16.
Nice. And stunning
Bless
strike.
people.
Stunning strike. Okay.
Stunning strike.
Stunning strike.
Stunning.
I have no idea.
Stunning.
11.
That's a fail.
That's a fail. Yeah, he's stunned.
He's going to use a legendary resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So that was coming.
Hey, it's one down. One down.
Well, flurry of fucking blows then.
Sorry, fucking blow.
That was so angry.
Yeah, that hits.
What's he making?
Stunning.
Stun. Is he making a deck save or anything as well?
Come on. Stunning.
Wait,
Dex for
hang
prone.
on. Wait. Is stunning strike? It's not classed as a magical effect, is it?
No,
I doubt
it's not magical.
Yeah, fuck. Oh,
It's
well.
like punching their
Somebody
spine.
is stunned.
No.
No.
He's basically hitting nerve points to stop
It was
him
whether
from
I
moving.
have
Yeah.
advantage or
Has-
not.
Yeah, he has magic resistance.
Yeah, exactly. So, stunning strike again, did you say?
Yep,
Is
and a
he?
deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
14?
And a dex. That passes.
Yeah. And a dex.
Yep, dex
Yeah.
to avoid being tripped.
10.
So he's prone,
Yeah.
and the other flurry.
Yep, the other punch.
Doesn't
One
matter.
hit.
Yeah.
While Matt's helping all this, can I tell him to move out the way a little bit? Just scream it at him.
You're being screamed at by multiple people to move away.
Just
I
a little-
moved. I was there.
So you got 5 foot, which is just enough.
You also had your reaction move technically before your turn.
Technically, before you even moved, you
Do I
had-
have another? I have another move action. Okay.
You
Yeah. So
You don't need to move completely out of the way, just on.
Your mobile only works on the mage. It won't work on the angel because you didn't attack the angel.
yeah, but I'm helping him, so he won't attack me.
We hope.
Yeah.
We hope. That's why. This is why there was the whole don't move in front. Let them target.
I only want you to move a little bit, not all the way.
nearly died.
That's what I do, though. I get. Oh, yeah.
Dear Nana shouts, "Come back! No, come back!"
I am not wasting feline agility for a joke.
Yeah, you seem to have some sort of idea. What is your go?
Yeah, we'll start with Deer, considering you seem to have a plan, and then we'll do Cass, then Vian.
I need to move out of the way so I could do magic. Most by the area effect. I would have got everybody in the area. What I'm gonna do.
Oh, have I gone too far away?
No, you're fine now because you're not gonna get hurt. That's the important thing.
Mm.
I'm
You're
gonna
going to do
do
area of effect ability.
level 3 moonbeam.
Okay.
What are you doing, dear?
Oh, that's alright.
Moonbeam?
Oh my god, I nearly had a heart attack then.
Hmm.
Why?
I
So,
thought Moonbeam was bigger than that.
You're casting magic, dear. That's why we're worried.
okay, so yeah.
I mean, he also has magic resistance.
So you
we didn't
cast
know that
this
yet.
column of light that comes crashing down around and starts its effect upon him. That's your action.
Yep.
What?
Nothing. I was just making. There was one thing I wanted to make sure that he couldn't do, and he can't,
What?
even if he weren't thingy. There's a certain thing that only works within 60 feet, and Boomer and Deer is 70 foot away, so it's all good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I say
I know
far
what you're
away,
on about.
I am safe.
It's his seat,
Better.
right?
Cass.
Cass is going to summon her. So she kind of like raises her hands up and will cast right here spiritual weapon, and her newspaper appears.
Nice.
Her rolled up newspaper appears next to
It's
him.
not a fly.
No, bad
And-
wizard.
And funny enough, your spiritual newspaper looks like an upside down Cass.
That's fine. We'll have to get one. We'll get
We'll get you a
something for it for
token.
next session.
We'll get you a token.
Yeah.
Attack with advantage.
And we'll bash him with bashing damage.
Bash away.
Spiritual weapon. Oh wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. I did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
We will wait as long as it takes for you to figure your shit out.
Wow.
For fuck's sake, Liam.
Good roll.
Damn, girl. Yeah. Yes.
Does spiritual weapon add wisdom on it?
No.
Is
I
that
think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let me double check.
Hang on.
1d8 plus spellcasting
Yep.
modifier.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it does. Yeah.
So
that's 11 points of force damage.
Nice.
Yeah. And then for my action, let's just do a sacred flame.
Nah. You didn't. Oh yeah. No, that's a bonus action in it. Yeah. No, that's fine.
No.
It's bonus action. It's not concentration.
So dexterity save, disadvantage because prone. 17.
He succeeds.
That would actually, Danny, that would have been a
It
flat
would have been a
roll.
flat roll. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, but it's
Necessary,
21.
he has magic resistance.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But that is the end of my turn.
Vianne, last but certainly not least, what is it the fuck you're doing?
While she's still newer to combat, she is very, very familiar with casting spells on people, and considering this is life or death, her Fey magic is kind of kicking it up to 11 at the moment for survival.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to instantly go into Ultimate Mega Charm mode. She is literally just dripping with Fey magic, as she can cast Command as a bonus action every turn, slotless, as long as she maintains concentration.
Jeez.
She's very pretty right now as well. Unearthly beauty for 1 minute. Jeez.
So you may just have one of these. One sec. Here's my bonus action. And she's gonna
This
go
is the magic
with,
guy.
she's just gonna go with, halts. Just stay there, do nothing.
Okay, so with advantage. 14.
That's Kyle.
Nope.
So halt is
What's
your
your DC?
16's the DC.
Yeah. So her command is halt.
Which is one of the default recommended ones. I just didn't want to put them all.
It's just anything as long as it's one word.
Yep. And then, now that she's kind of burrowed her hooks in, she's going to try and just give herself a little... She's just going to try and implant her image inside of their brain.
Jesus Christ. Intelligence save.
We're going to find out if
this
they're a
is what it gives
sorcerer really
Bane.
fast.
This is a Subre thing.
17, that's a pass.
Yep.
Very cool.
That's it. She's going to kind of just hang out with Cass over here, away from the deadly stuff.
Yep.
This is the party zone. Yeah.
I believe...
This is where the rave happens.
I believe it's at this point that the DM will call for initiative.
At this time.
Yes, right now.
At this time, we'll call for initiative, and then straight afterwards, he will call for...
End of session.
Oh, I got a high number.
I assume that we are.
Yeah, I've just seen the time. It seems much later than I thought it was.
Yeah,
Well, we did
same.
start later then.
I only know because Michael's got a head off ante. Oh! Bottom of the turn order!
we're
It
popping
needs
up
to
the
be at the end. It's just the way that it goes. So I don't want to go at the beginning, I want to save you guys.
I want to see who's dying.
Yep, because monsters tend to go earlier on, so I've got to wait a bit, and then I'll be able to heal everyone up. And me and Vian can do what she's doing, because, jeez, man.
Oh,
Has everyone rolled?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
As Boomer is at the top of the list, ready to go, we will have to do this next session.
Yes.
As the fight between you guys, number 4, and the Avatar of Mistra.
This is happening much earlier than I expected it to. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was like endgame shit, so I'm a bit freaked out. Meaning that endgame shit is worse.
It's okay, he'll never get a turn.
Really? Really? You thought that was bad? This happened in last campaign. This happened about 4 sessions into the last campaign.
Oh, the Avatar of Anubis. I remember. Yeah.
I know what I should have done.
That's how Danny starts plots. Just a god shows up and says, "Here you go."
My friend.
But this god is in a blind rage and isn't having a
The other one tried to kill me.
Yeah, but that was after the artificer did try and keep it off. Like
that one swore it was going to keep an eye on me for the rest of existence.
Oh, did it? Weren't you burned with the mark of Anubis?
Yeah, he was.
Remember that.
But
yeah, so on that note, I think the next session is going to be certainly interesting, and it's going to be on the 2nd of October.
Oh my god,
I can't believe we're
October.
already in October. Yeah.
2nd of October.
Reminded me of how is this going on?
The 2nd of October, we will have this fight. I'm going to leave all of the people watching on Twitch, which there is currently 19 people.
Wow.
And it has regularly it's stayed at about that amount for most of the stream. So
It's been a really good stream.
Yeah.
Lots of people have been coming. Lovely.
So I want to thank Kange for bringing him and a friend in the raid. I want to thank Mind Players for bringing their 16 people. I want to thank Pink for the not 1 but 2 lots of 69. Nice in bits. And Liam for his resub.
Yay.
Next session, like I said, is the 2nd. Next stream is tomorrow, where we'll be continuing the playthrough of Tormented Souls, which looks really, really good. It doesn't look really good. It is really, really good. I'm just going to turn my sound alerts on while I remember. And
do you want to mention about talking the tales to any of the new viewers?
Yeah, that's a fair point. If people do want to catch up on anything that's been missed, feel free to go over onto YouTube and watch the Talking the Tales, where essentially we talk bullshit for an hour and try and recap as many sessions as we can. Or if you want the most authentic experience, go and watch the full episodes. They do start at episode 3 though, so the TTT is the only place to find session 0, 1 and 2. But until then, good, and thank you Rose for reminding me. We're gonna raid, considering there's so many people here, we'll go and raid someone. I know I don't normally, but we'll raid Lady Grimm, who's currently playing Genshin. She's a lovely Irish woman. It's great. But yeah, next stream is tomorrow with Tormented Souls, and I will see you guys then.
Yes, you will. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.